Steve, I rolled a 10 for my I will be done. You told me to wait till we were in the game, and now we're in the game. I rolled a 10, you hold 3.
We're in game. Hey everyone, welcome back to Evandale Kill City Sinners. Eric is going to be joining us. Hopefully Eric will be joining us in several weeks. But if you haven't caught up and you don't know this, Eric Malave, aka Anon, is concentrating on his stream and life and other personal goals, which is absolutely fantastic, and we totally support that. So the very first shout out of the evening is going to go to Eric, the Mr. Malave. There we go. So if you don't mind, give that channel a follow, providing it actually comes up. Nope, I totally misspelled it. Hold on. Can somebody who hasn't started off with wine get that going? Oh no, never mind. I did do it right. Oh, okay, cool. All right, sweet. There we go. It's slow. It's totally slow. Anyway, welcome back to Kill City Sinners. When we last left off, you guys were sitting inside of a diner talking to an as of yet unnamed individual, a 17-year-old person who seems to be a member of an underground organization of people who want information in the hands of the people, not the corporations. You guys signed on with this, and Zephyr, all the way down there at the end, had said that, yeah, you know, I'll buy you a burger, providing we go tete-a-tete. And with questions being asked, we now learned that there's a little bit more to it than that. This is a full-on organization, underground, not well-funded probably, but nonetheless, we pick up in this diner with our friends here. Take it away.
So something that I like to do, guys. This is a really wild thing, especially when you ain't got the cover of cameras doing everything. I like to divulge stuff about the people I give a fuck about. You know, you guys. Cowboy, you kind of new to Zephyr, but you know. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't know who else we got here who's really interested, but it's an innocent little game my pops taught me. It's called Truth or Meat. You got your drink there. All right, that's a good start. You got any water? Hey, Haven, you got something to drink?
It's not. I got my water. It's not filtered.
Listen. Of course it ain't filtered. Filtered water is great, but I kind of rely on this stuff.
Damn, it doesn't have the same, density that unfiltered water has. I kind of need that at this point.
So,
yeah.
So basically, it's you present a question, right? You can present a round robin where everybody got to answer it, but that includes the person who asked the question, right? And then you have just the pointed questions where only the person that asked. That gets asked, my bad, has to answer the question. Now, if they don't want to answer, they get slapped in the part of their body that's most meat.
What?
Yep.
Wait,
that's right.
Your dad taught you this?
Yep. Whenever I got in trouble, and like I went outside and I did something I wasn't supposed to, he would be like, "All right, truth or meat time," and I'd be like, all right. And like, "What'd you do?" And then when I try to bullshit him, he'd be like, "There's proof that this is not true," and then we'd get the meat slapped out of us.
She leans forward a little bit after taking another bite of Hal's burger and is like, I'm gonna pull back from this.
That's fine. You got a lot of meat on you, though.
Hey, what the and she like for the
listen, it sounds bad coming out, but he means it as a genuine compliment, like not in any objectifying way. He just means he doesn't
organic,
like chrome.
like him. Yeah.
I clearly have the most meat here, so that's without
she
saying.
gives you like a
Cody, for an unaugmented feller, you are digging a hole faster than anyone I've ever seen.
Hey, the hole gets deeper when you ask questions. Feel me?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this sounds like a little bit of an interrogation, but
she silently like recoils from the conversation and pulls out a device and just like starts tapping away at it, amused by this whole thing that's going on.
All right. If anybody has any pressing questions, I'll be the first victim, so you guys don't feel ostracized or anything like that. I would love some more onion rings. I'm broke though, so I'll pass.
Immediately, that guy comes over to the counter. More rings.
Yep. Absolutely.
It comes, turns around, grabs a pen, writes down on the order, takes it, puts it down on the tab, walks away.
Yeah. Whoever loses is gonna have to pay for that. Anyway.
It's pay what you can, buddy. You're good.
Yep. All right. So, throw a question at me, and I'm not gonna tell you the answer just so anybody can give it a shot, and I'll take it as best I can. So come on, unless it's something that I do want to answer. That's the fun of the game. Come on, hit me.
All right, I got one for you.
Oh, Zephyr. All right, learning some shit.
What do you see as the end goal for our particular brand of activity?
At another time, you're gonna ask me that question, but I'm not gonna answer it right now. So, take your shot.
There we go.
Meet.
All right.
Go ahead.
I mean, yeah.
Look, I'll even close my eyes so you surprise me. All right, let me take these fucking things off. Go ahead.
Yeah. I wind up and slap Cody right in the gut.
Oh, that's a good one.
This game is awful.
Well, yeah, these things are the only chrome I got.
Oh man, yeah, that was. It's much better when you have meat too, which you hit me with. But that was good.
I'll kick you next time.
That was good. Now you know what? Fair. It's probably a lot less, edged. All right. Oh, I can't even breathe in after that. Hold on. Oh, all right. Oh, let me see. You sure you're not playing there? You sure you're not in?
She's every now and then she's been like looking at her device and then up at you and smiling, and then back down, and
I bet
the smile kind of it disappears. Looking at it, she looks directly at Haven. This place good?
Yeah, of course it is.
Got a lead.
On the board?
No.
Or who'd set up the board?
No. This is from my people. Somebody else has a good amount of personal data. I just got the locale. I'm not going to share it here. I gotta go. Unless you want to help.
Hey,
personal data. I don't have details yet on that. I hold on. She's scrolling through, and as she does, she gets more and more worried, and you can see her finger flicking almost endlessly through what seems to be a list of names. It's a lot of people, and it's stored in like an old server, like an old data farm. She flicks over to the left, to the right, to left, to the left, going through a whole bunch of stuff. She turns turns it sideways, and pulls up and turns around and shows you with a quick little zoom out that the blueprints of a facility, and then a tap swipe shows you a photo, and it appears to be like an old marketing photo of some corporation that was installing a new data farm, and they were advertising it, and you're looking at the facility, and it seems to be tech that's like 40 years old, which means to you it's most likely not in the Vale.
That's some stuff, some old school stuff. It's before my time, for real.
Yeah, but you'd appreciate.
She gets up from her seat and starts heading towards the door.
Oh, wait. We're coming too, right?
Yeah.
You need backup? We down. You're not doing nothing right now. I'm on a visa. We ain't got nothing on the dossier.
Yeah, I see no reason why we can't go, blow up a server farm? Steal a server? Either or, really.
She walks out the door and she's just like flicks a hand. She has a sense of urgency about her. Haven. You pick up on emotions. Everything inside of the diner has been so far pretty cool. There's not been any real problems whatsoever. And when her attitude changed, not only did you pick up on a sense of like power initially because she got fed some info, then you picked up on sad ultimately. And you also picked up on recalcitrance, a hesitancy, which was hotly followed by a severe determination.
Okay. I'm gonna run up. I'm leaving the guys and running up to her, and like put my hand on her shoulder, like, hey, is this affecting you more than it's affecting your organization?
I don't know. No, not exactly. It's more, it may be affecting you. And
me or us?
You all.
Guys, we gotta do this.
All right, I guess we'll take this game on the road, Cody.
Facts. I'm gonna grab these onion rings, and it's on Anon. We got you. Thank you.
It's the guy then just like waves, giving a pointed glare at Haven.
Yeah, it's literally free. Like you. I remind him like a kid.
The tip.
That's even worse, Cody. If we're putting an imaginary tip, you know what? I'll take care of it later. I'll settle that.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, I check my credit account and see if that's zero, and I go, I swear I will get you next time.
Oh my God. You put her.
Y'all, Stu can read lies a mile away. It's all right, buddy. We're good. Well, I'll come back.
I weren't lying. They were the truth.
Both of us are actually broke.
Listen, I bought a gun and I bought her a hamburger.
We're following suit.
All right, sweet. She's like walking at a hurried pace, really trying to get to wherever she needs to go. She's constantly referencing the handheld device in her hand, looking down the way. And you can see she definitely has up like some sort of navigation, switching. Wow, switching between that and like, messaging and what have you, checking up on stuff, not even looking at the ground. Nonetheless, she continues until finally she arrives, looks around. You are in a section of the grid. Corporations are all around. Above the low, almost like transformed tenement housing that is surrounding you, they became businesses, and in some cases, like one storefront may have been home to about 6 different corporation storefronts in just the past 4 years. This whole area has seen a high turnaround. She looks around and looks at a door, and then looks at her phone, or the device, and down at the ground again. Next to it, you can see the old school cellar doors.
Okay.
She's like, it's in there. But then she looks down the street, and there's, people who are watching it or doing their thing. Mike, the link
really
you needed
cool.
is up.
The link I needed.
Foundry.
Oh, it was up before. I was in it.
Oh, I wasn't in it.
Yeah, you don't need to be. We're not going to be using maps.
I need it because I didn't print out my character sheet.
Yeah.
This is real old school, and I'm looking around for like any sort of security.
Taking the leftovers that we had, I'm gonna take a bag and make it look like I'm doing a delivery.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna walk in and or not even walk in, lift the little cellar and see if I can even lift it at all, and call out some random bullshit and be like, delivery, blah 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 blah. You know.
No one here seems to be paying any mind to any of that.
And just gonna go towards it, eyeballing our friend in the squad to see if, like, is this all right?
I'm still here, by the way. I just have to step away from my computer for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Oh
God.
I don't see any, like, are we good? I'm gonna look at, I forget her name.
There they come. If it comes back on when my dog gets in here, it's his fault.
We're back, and
we're back.
It's your dog's fault, Mike.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
I can't
He's
believe
here.
y'all blame a dog.
It's the dog. It's Doggo's fault. All right, we're
No,
back.
it's not
guys.
his fault that it crashed. Well, I mean, it is. He keeps it running. Go away. Come here, bud. Oh my.
So,
my.
Kevin.
Yes.
All right. Kode stands in front of the door, announcing that there's a delivery. However, above the door, you can see through a layer of grime and Mike, can we?
Uh-oh.
Mike, that's an adorable doggo.
I love the
He
puppy.
controls the
Random street dogs are great.
Totally
I love that
random
in
fucking
Cyberpunk.
street dogs. Absolutely.
They are fantastic.
So underneath a grime of dust and underneath, well, yeah, that is a sign. It says Archway Industries, building a bridge between people and robotics.
I
I hate this place.
what's her name again?
Who?
What's your name again? What's your name again? The girl we're with.
She looks at you. I never told you.
Oh. Well, shit. I'm sorry. We must have been real distracted. What's your name?
I go by Andromeda.
Dope.
I forget. Did we tell you our names?
Yep.
All right.
She knows this. We've yammered enough about it.
I figured, but never hurts to check.
Is this like good? Like, is he cool to just walk in like this?
I'm already in the doorway, in the little panel way, walking into it.
Yep. Door is open. What you see is, again, old tenements. You see immediately off to your left, stairways that go up, and a very narrow hallway that has a door at the end of it, probably leading to that ground level apartment or whatever. Kitchen on the right, living room on the left, probably another apartment. The archway to the right that opens up into the living room, you can see has been converted into a rather mishmash of old tech. You see amongst the decorative archways from like a much earlier time, and almost Corinthian kind of designs on like really antiquated pillars that hold up another archway within the room. You could see that there's like old data farm frames bolted into the floor, like old steel frames. And you see that there are tons of wires that are popping out of a distant wall on the opposite side into another room yet that you cannot see, but you can easily access.
hello, got a delivery.
She like
see.
barges in past you, no one here, and she like moves into the room and hooks a left into where those wires were leading.
Whoop, trailing her.
I'm
Trailing.
following too.
Yep. What you guys see is a whole bunch of like 5 frames, each of them like old server farms. I mean, we are not joking. Identical equipment across all 5 columns of these frames, all of them still buzzing with some sort of activity. But looking at it, it's like branded with all like companies that have died out a long ass time ago. You're looking at Ethernet cables as opposed to like some of the updated tech. You see 0 fiber in here. I see 0 Satlink connections. Everything is like totally old school tech.
Oh, I get this. I know this stuff. This is like an archive, technically, right? I knew this when I was a little kid.
You could either be an archive or it could be, I mean, as opposed to a corporate interest, this might be sort of a hobbyist, as it were.
This ain't no hobby. As she turns around and looks directly at Zephyr stepping up to him and goes, each one of these fucking things have been turned over to Corp Tech. They are accessing this, and this shit contains the information of so many citizens, thousands of citizens. They're being doxxed actively. She immediately turns around and goes back to the server.
Isn't there like a way to just turn it off? It's so old.
Sure. And the moment that you do that, they now know that somebody else is here fucking around with it.
I mean, we'll be gone before they can respond, I imagine.
Really?
Well,
are they across the street? Do you know that?
More so. Hold up, more so. We could do that thing Beats was always talking about where you like feed bad information and that corrupts everything. The viruses, viral things, bad data.
Wait, we could. I guarantee you, if we talk to Deets, he could set us up with someone that we could plug in and then activate after we've reached a safe distance.
So
corrupt the data and be gone before they know it.
Haven, you are picking up on the air seems filled with a nervous energy. There's a sense of determination and loss within her. She's grasping at straws at this point. And as she goes around trying to figure out what to do, you also see her on occasion kind of like going down to like a little side pocket on her belt, like almost like a side pouch or like a fanny pack, looking for something that she can do something with, but couldn't exactly find it.
Okay. I feel like we're all kind of nervous, especially you. We can't be that way or else we're not gonna be able to get anywhere. And I'm gonna like text on my little, the fuck is it, Pip-Boy thing?
Sure.
Text Sherry.
Pip-Boy, sure.
Yeah. And text Sherry and be like, we need your help hacking into an old server. Like now, please. And that's like in 5 different text messages.
Sherry immediately responds back to you in the very first one. And she like hooks in audibly. You prefer what?
This or text?
Oh no, this is much better because now everybody can hear it. Hey, Sherry's on.
Howdy, Sherry.
Hi, all. All right, what's the story?
Problem.
What kind of problem do you have right now?
Okay, so we have a old server, like super old school server, and it's got a lot of personal information that's currently being accessed by Corpo.
Well, that's not me coughing up dust here.
I mean, do you know how to get this shit? Like,
if it's old, I'm useless, honey. Look, mommy would love to be able to do anything that you want for you. However, in this case, I'm going to tell you straight up. If it's old tech, I can't get in. So here's how you find out. Look for a marker. If you don't see a marker, you're humped.
Now, what she's referring to is a marker is a node on the network, usually software driven, never hardware. Well, always software, never hardware. That indicates it's almost like an IP address. It's a chain address. It's essentially a chain address.
Okay. I don't know how to access this. Cody, you were doing a bunch of computer shit with what's his face? Deets.
Sure.
Can you do you know what she's talking about? The node thing marker on the
Andromeda turns around. It's like, fucking markers? Are you kidding me? Look, there's a dormant AI on these servers, and hacking it is going to have all I can say is that if you try to get into it through any fashion other than old school hardware, we're humped. It's going to awaken it. It's going to notify everything and fucking take over. She is agitated at this point. You understand that there is something in this that is actively causing her to feel much more than what you have seen so far.
All right. So hacking it might be beyond our skill set with a not here. How about destroying it?
Destroying it alerts
before,
them. It's going to alert them. And
Right.
AI, nope.
I'm just saying, we could set a bomb here, go off in 20, 25 minutes.
And then we don't have the information, and they still do.
Will they know if we start encrypting it now or accessing it now? I'm not like a tech person. I'm like a street person.
She plops down in the corner, crosses her arms, rests her elbows up on her knees, and is like, this is some old school shit. I can't handle this. This is like beyond the veil. This is nothing. I want to unplug this because right now they are sucking the information out, but we all know they already have backups to everything here. We need something else. I need to find out what the fuck it is. There's not a goddamn monitor or terminal in sight. I have nothing on this. I don't even have the... She stands back up. I don't even have the hardware to plug into this shit. And then she looks over at Cody.
Maybe this could do it. I got the old USB 5 jack in.
When you say that, you see one of those ports on every single one of those servers.
Yeah, like it fits like each one of them. Like you could try that, but I'm not too sure on what you could do with it. Here, take them.
She looks at you and she's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. She hands it back to you, half sentence.
All right. Hold on. Cody, can I see them then?
Yeah.
All right, I take his visor and put it over my sunglasses, which are like plugged into the back of my head.
Okay.
And I go, all right, Deets, I'm going to give you a live video feed of what I'm seeing, but it's also going to be looking through Cody's visor. If that makes sense.
Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
I got you. Go ahead. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. This just spilled all over my lap. Taylor, I need more tea. Sorry. What do you got?
Right. So we are looking at some exceptionally old servers here.
Okay.
Really, the only tech we have that can sort of access them is the sort of external hard point on Cody's headset.
Did you plug it in?
So I'm going to plug in to the server. You can see what's going on through my glasses.
Thank you, love. Yeah.
and just let us know, I guess, what we can do about getting this either corrupted or off there. Or
I don't have. Hold on for a second. I don't have.
You hear a pause, and in the background, some tapping of some keys. You hear Taylor's voice in the background as they continue to talk about tea. And hold on, I'll get you a towel. And when he comes back,
Is that Cody's visor plugged in?
I hadn't plugged it in yet. I was about to.
Oh, that's your. Hold on.
and you can see that the access left message comes up on your stuff, on all your personal stuff.
Sorry about that. Yeah, let's get into Cody.
So I'm gonna plug it in then?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you, buddy.
All right. I plug it into the spot on one of the servers.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh shit, this is corrupted. All right. Hold on for. Oh boy. All right. I can't run repairs. This is hardware. You need a tech on site. Fuck. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Give me a couple of minutes. I have it all. Give Cody. Cody, can you hear me? No, you probably can. His visor's on this thing. Give me like 10 minutes or so, maybe 5. I'm gonna try to recover some of this data.
All right, sounds like a plan. I put the visor down on the floor and go. Deet says he's gonna need about 5-10 minutes, but sounds like a perfect amount of time to play some more Truth or Me, eh, Cody?
Andromeda. Andromeda, meanwhile, is like her fingers are in her hair, grabbing it and pulling it away, and she's stressing, and just sits back down in the corner. Haven, you are going to be adversely affected by this.
That's fine. I was going to go sit by her.
Awesome.
Cody, I think it's your turn to ask me a question.
Yeah, you're right, but this is like weird. Is everything like a strange contrast to you? Is it?
I mean, I'm wearing sunglasses down in the basement. I can't really see shit.
Well, no, like even if you like take them off, like everything seems weird. Like Andromeda looks funny. Haven, you look kind of funny too. Whatever.
What do you mean?
I'm not seeing it, bud.
It's like y'all like got like a weird like vapors coming off you. The contrast is like. Anyway, I probably need to. I need sleep. Anyway.
No, I think I know what's going on with you.
Oh, am I sick again? Did I eat something?
No, hold on. Look at me.
Okay,
now. Okay, yeah, look at me again. Is it different? Is it different?
Yeah, it's like you changed colors.
Yeah, you did something real weird the other day and it made me laugh. I'm thinking about that now. You are experiencing the flow, my friend. Enjoy that. It's going to take over your life. It's weird. It's weird. You're going to have to really reevaluate consent and like boundaries and shit like that.
What do you mean? I'm not trying to, whoa, none of that.
No, not like that. Like, okay, so Crash Course, Andromeda, we'll use her as an example, is really stressed and upset and scared, right?
That's why that weird kind of like purple nonsense is happening.
Exactly. It'll change. If she gets more angry, it'll look more red and it's kind of shaky, maybe I don't know. That's for me. It could look different for you. If she gets sad, turns blue, more gray. And it really.
Wait, is this like a tech thing?
No, I'm actually not sure. That's a good question. I don't know how it works, but it's invasive as fuck. So hence these guys and I know you're not into augments, but blinders might be in your future.
Oh nah, that's not happening. I gotta figure out how to stop this. Anyway,
Oh, you can
maybe
probably get them external.
maybe if I focus on something else, the fucking colors will stop.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's see. Truth or
I
me,
love that
truth or
journey
me.
for you.
Oh, I'm not a fan of this, but we'll see. Zephyr.
Yes.
Let's see. Truth for me. What was the last thing that you regretted doing in your day job?
In my day job,
Yeah.
oh, that's pretty easy actually.
Aw, damn.
Last time I was in on shift, a feller came over, asked me to deliver a package to a different feller in a booth. I tried to get a read on it through my smart link in the hands, and kind of transferred the data over to a non, but apparently we got pinged by something.
Oh. Well, damn. All right. That's very.
I mean, if you want to
recent.
smack me anyway, go ahead, because
Nah. That's not
I feel
how
like
you play
I feel
it.
like you owe me one.
Nah. That's not how we play. It's a game to test our, ability to take a hit, not be a bitch, and also know what we can withhold, and whether or not we can handle that. So you got it. I'm pretty sure you're telling the truth. You see, when you're telling the truth, unless you know you're withholding some information, then I'm gonna smack the shit out you.
I am not knowingly withholding any information.
I bet.
I really enjoy this, but I'm gonna go next. If that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look right at Andromeda, like I'm gonna swivel in my seat, and I'm gonna be like, what do you feel? You know what? No. What do you wish you could tell someone right now? And I'm gonna use my ease move for that
Okay.
to try to get her to open up.
All right.
It's probe, but like probe plus, so I can ask empath specific questions.
Is there anything you need to roll for that?
It's just the probe move. So hold on a second. It's
Yeah,
just
so roll
specific.
emotional state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am probably feeling. I think I'm feeling pretty in control over my own situation.
You've been
compared
playing
to...
it that way, like fairly confident. So yeah, I would agree. All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll plus powerful, which I believe is my +2.
Okay.
And where's my dice roller that I just had open? Right here. Right here. Go.
What do you got?
Oh, this dice roller is not working. Oh, there we go. That's an 11.
Foundry
11.
is open, by the way, if you guys need it.
Oh, do you want me to roll in Foundry? I'll
No.
roll in Foundry really quick.
I don't care. You do whatever is right for you.
Easy
Okay.
play.
I'll do it next time, but I rolled an 11 on this one.
Nice. All right.
11 plus 2, which is 13.
Yep. So 10 plus.
Damn.
What do you got? What do you
Fuck
want
yeah,
to do?
dude. I think it's... Well, I don't know how many I hold for probe. On a 10 plus... Fuck yeah, hold 3. I only really want to ask her one thing, though.
Go ahead.
Well, we'll see. So it's... I'm going to say... What do you wish you could tell someone right now?
She is looking down at the ground. And her phone beeps. She pulls it up, holds up a patient finger. We'll continue this. I gotta go. Guys, collect whatever you can. I will be in touch. I promise. I gotta go. And she runs out.
Yo,
All right. So your question didn't get answered, Haven, so I think you get to go again.
field it.
Well, I think I'll just hold on to that one. What are we doing about these servers? Are we taking them?
I don't
Deeds
know,
is
it's-
working on it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
still
good-
going.
it's almost there.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. And it's really old tech, and his visor is not fast.
No,
And
no
there's a
worries. We
lot-
don't got we don't currently have any meat-based security on site, so
Okay.
I mean, I could go up front if you want. And I only hear you talking, so I'm guessing you're talking to Deets.
Yeah.
I'm about 75% of the way through. I should be okay. Just give me another couple of minutes.
yeah, 3/4 of the way through, needs a few more minutes.
I'm gonna go check outside, make sure Andromeda ain't got nobody tailing her, but I'm gonna stay close. I'll be
All
back
right.
in like 2 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I'm gonna run up out through the corridor and see if I can at least spot her. If I can't, that's fine. But I'm basically watching to see if anybody is being sus.
Okay. So what he said, 3/4 of the way, right, Zeph?
Yeah, about 75%.
How much do you think they already have? Whose shit do you think they have?
I mean, I think this is less of a one reservoir to another and more of a pipeline kind of deal. We're catching stuff in the middle here, but if they got thousands of people on here and this thing is in operation, I can only imagine how much data they have.
Why would it be like it's so old? It seems like this should be like a little newer.
The point of sale system that we use over at Rib Stickers is 27 years old, and is simply because the cost of updating it would sort of outweigh the benefits gained from an update. The downtime that they might experience for swapping out this hardware for any newer stuff might adversely affect them. I mean, it's a simple job to pass data from one side to another. This server doesn't need to be much.
I got something here. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Is the girl still there?
No,
She left. Cody went after her.
Oh, shit. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, got everything. Jet out of there.
Alright. I unplugged
Time
the
to go.
visor and head topside.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys go back outside. You walk outside of the apartment building, back out onto the street. You don't see anything that seems untoward.
Analyzing. Hold on.
Let me get my advisors back.
Yeah, here you go.
Appreciate you.
Alrighty, so what I see Cody just came online.
Yep.
Hey, Cody.
Yep. Hey.
Alrighty. Okay. This is corrupted. I don't know why they were. I can only assume that they were storing the information on a server that just is simply not in the veil. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna send you this, but I don't know what it means. See if you can figure it out on your own. See if there's anything to it. This is all I'm able to get out of it.
Players, you can take a look in Twitch chat and see what was sent.
Yeah, that looks like above syntax regarding Liam, all augments.
Regarding Liam, I think that might be reclaim. Reclaim all augments. Silence.
Entry
required. 0 trace.
This is...
Silent entry.
This is 90 minutes ago.
This looks like a mission call. A sort of
Coded infiltration.
Yeah, reclaim all augments. Silent entry required. 0 trace.
This is a coded infiltration mission.
They are. This is a repo job.
Huh. That's weird. All right, so y'all can figure out where it's going, any directive, any directory, like any of that shit?
Hold on. Zephyr. Where did you say this was?
Here, I'll pop the location. Here,
Yeah.
stand by.
We'll send you a live feed.
And and looking around, giving
Old
a layout so he knows
old
exactly
building.
where we are.
Archway Industries.
Okay, so you're in the grid, but I'm asking where you said, hold on, you said above syntax?
Well, no, that's what's in the
Yeah, I mean,
the Kode.
a bit like it's corrupted, but
Cody, where do
Wait
you
a minute.
live?
Wait a minute. Ha. No words. Cody is moving. Shit, I don't have any humanity. Cody's moving the normal way. Heading home.
Zephyr is following.
Okay. Andromeda, like, standing outside. I'll contact... Oh, no, that's right. She's already gone. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys are now running. Cody, are you using anything to get there faster?
I can use parkour, but I don't have the benefits, so it's only my state that I can use. I can't use my humanity to burn.
Okay, you got it. Haven. These other two completely jetted out of there once Cody, like it was like a gear that just went click and said, "Shit, I gotta go."
Oh,
It's on the move.
well, I'm sorry.
As we're running, I imagine Cody is still being pretty quiet about it. And so
Okay,
it's just kind of
so-
a huffing and puffing over the comms.
Players, do me a favor. Fill in Haven. In character.
Cody took off running after we read the message. You said the bar that he lives above is called the Syntax?
Oh shit, that's where Mama V is.
Right, above Syntax, reclaim all augments, silent entry required, zero trace. We are on our way.
Fuck,
Guys,
I'm fucking
shit.
90 minutes ago. We're burning minutes.
Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can.
Going.
Okay, I need you to bang a left over here at the alley. I'm picking up on your location right now. Go left, no cameras, go. Are you going left? I'm not getting any signals.
Yup. Okay, yeah, I'm fucking
We're going
turning
left.
my direction.
Yeah,
Going in the
left.
fastest direction through the grid.
Okay, so you guys start going through the alleys. You can tell that Dietz has a sense of urgency in his voice. You are starting to make your way there. However, it's going to be several miles. You are in the grid, and right now,
Yep.
you guys have to travel through the heart of the grid, all the way across like 2 miles
Yep.
worth of corporations. By the time that you get to the opposite side, you have seen so many advertisements. It's just, you begin realizing that the pulse of the city relies on the advertisement and the dispensing of information. You see your pictures and everyone else's pictures up on billboards, yet you guys continue going through every single avenue trying to get there. Until finally you do. You can see from across the street the 3rd floor apartment. Unmolested, no lights, no presence. Business seems usual out on the street.
Still not stopping. Getting in the way I usually do when I have to move quickly outside of the front entrance that leads around the back way, up the fire escape, and through the window.
Okay. When you enter, there is usually a very welcoming aura of Mama V. It seems to be replaced with a chilling stillness that is immediately alarming.
Ma?
There's no response.
He goes to the check the bathroom door, which usually is closed.
So you
Knock,
came
check.
in through the living room.
Yep.
Now, here's the layout. Living room, single room. That occupies the entire front face of the building. Single passageway that goes down. Slightly off of that, and another like stairs that go down to the door. You go down the hallway or to the door down below?
Straight down the hallway.
Okay.
Where the second bedroom is, in case she's usually in there.
Okay. You go straight down the hallway, ignoring all else. While you're doing that, Haven.
As soon as I got through the fire escape, I noticed also the aura because of how many times I've hung out there.
Yeah.
And I can tell, obviously, I could search, do the feelings, but I just kind of like I kind of put a hand out for Zephyr to let Kode go forward, and I'm going to I'm going to do search feelings, like to try to see get a more intimate scope of what happened.
Sure. Hold on.
Kode is scared.
Yeah.
You do, and you can almost reconstruct some past events. Are there any rolls you need to make?
Yeah, I need to roll just my emotional state. I'm scared. And I'm pretty sure my scared is 0.
Is it that plus flow or at all or no?
It's a flow. So, and
Okay.
I have 2 from last time.
Okay, good.
I had to roll this. Where's Foundry?
Ma.
Hold on.
You do.
Checking the bathroom.
Yep.
Checking
You're
the bedroom.
like
Got it.
busting doors open. Inconveniently, all of them are fucking closed. You're twisting knobs and throwing doors open. You are doing anything. At the end of the hallway is the bedroom door, still closed. While Haven is still doing her thing, Zephyr, what are you doing?
I think Zephyr, having not been here before, is just looking for like obvious signs of like break-in, like you know, like damage to like the door frame or the lock or anything like that.
Absolutely, dude. So you go in, so you come into the living room, you go down the hallway by like maybe 5 feet, turn left, turn right, and there you can see the door or the stairs going down. When you go down there to inspect the door, you can absolutely see that this is a precision job. The door was broken into. The lock was not opened with a key. However, there is minimal damage to the metal door frame and minimal damage to the door itself. Most damage occurred to the lock. They did break in, and this is their point of entry.
I go running back up the stairs and I kind of relay that information.
I'm at the bedroom door.
Got it.
Right now.
Haven, what are you doing?
Oh, I got a 4. So
You
whatever.
become completely everything that is in here. You can feel fear, you feel anxiety, you feel determination, but you have no idea who it is that is feeling what. You become completely overwhelmed by this. How do you react with your 4?
I think I start to like panic because Mama V is like clearly there are feelings of hurt tied to her. So she starts to be like, hold on a second. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. Can
Hold
you guys
on, nothing.
just
Hold on, fucking nothing.
I'm not. I gotta look at what happened so that I can tell you, Kode.
While Haven is doing that, Kode is there at the bedroom door, swinging it open.
Yep.
The grim reality of the situation becomes apparent. In the bedroom, Mama V, face down on the floor, sprawled out, her body pale and lifeless. A chilling incision on her body reveals the truth. Her life-enhancing implants have been expertly and ruthlessly removed, leaving her dead.
Or no, you can see Haven, but all of the bad things that occur in a person is what you see. And it's a moment of nothing. There's a moment where Kode is a statue, absorbing the information around him. Looking down, he removes his glasses as the first thing. He removes his visor as the first thing. trying to process exactly what he is seeing. Ma, stop playing.
Haven, you can sense a feeling of desperation, a palpable pulse coming from the end of the hallway. Zephyr, you ran up the stairs. You can tell it like lifts the hair on your arms. The source of whatever it is happening right now is to your left, down the hallway.
Ma, stop playing.
I head down towards Cody's voice.
You can see him standing in the threshold of the door, yelling to the occupants of the room. When you arrive, there are none.
I think I just put my hand on his shoulder.
His legs are frozen, and as soon as there's contact, he definitely slaps Zephyr's hand away. And he takes his first steps, and his legs buckle underneath him, and he lands on his knees and starts to crawl towards Mama V. Ma, you need to stop fucking around. I use that language you don't like. Come on, Ma.
Zephyr, you can see spinal cord has been removed.
Cody, she's not.
Yo, shut the fuck up! She does this sometimes. Like,
Cody,
she
look at
fucks
her.
around. He moves to kind of shift his mom's over so that he can see her face.
Her eyes barely open, the lids 3/4 of the way shut, every muscle in her face relaxed, her mouth going whichever way gravity will take it. So it is with the rest of her body. I recall her eyes, one of or both of her eyes were also replaced. The tongue in her mouth not present.
Where's Hacksaw? Can we get Hacksaw here? He could do something. Cody, he could do something.
Zephyr, you realize those words are no. There's nothing that anybody can do.
Cody's holding his mom right now as it processes. And at first there was some tears, but no emotion to match them. He takes in a deep breath. And if anybody who can see this, there's nothing but rage.
Cody, I need you to calm down. You will spike out, and you will hurt everybody in this building.
This building.
You'll hurt me.
This building. This place that housed my family. I was raised in this spot. I went through hell most of my adult life making sure. You think y'all are in danger? Where's my fucking dates?
Yeah, good.
Dates.
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead, buddy.
Can you find out where the fuck that message went? The one that's encrypted. Where did it go?
No destination. They suck. It's not in the veil.
He doesn't hear that. He doesn't hear that message. The last part. He threw his visor.
I take my glasses off as well. I gotta crouch down. Cody, I know anything I say to you at this moment is gonna feel like 10 pounds of bullshit in 2-pound shoes. But this is what these corporations do. And I know it hurts. But the only way we can honestly get back at them is to approach this with, and I know it hurts to say, as much of a cool head as we can. We've been talking truth all night. You can slap me if you think I'm lying, but if we go rushing off and find the first fucking corpo repo men that we can, cut them down in the street, what happens then? UCU comes in. Turrets, railguns, every manner of lethal goodie they got. For what? 3-4 men dead? Or we take stock, we figure out who the hell did this, where the hell they live, then we go there with bombs and plans. I know you don't want to hear that right now. I've been where you are. But I can promise you this. Wherever this long, dusty road goes, I'm with you. 99% sure Haven's with you.
Yeah, where you go, I go.
But we gotta play this smart. Then I gotta just open myself up for the slap if he believes it necessary.
Cody sits there, mother in arms, almost in a cross-legged position, folded underneath, embracing her. And it is calm visually, but that rage is the only thing that exists in him right now. He sits there silently. He's coming up with something, but that's the limit. That's the limit of any reaction given to him right now. And the first move he does is lifting her up and placing her on the bed.
She seems inordinately light.
Places her underneath. He takes his other set, his newer set of visors, and places it over her eyes as to not show the lifelessness in them, and sets it to her old novellas to broadcast. He tucks her in. Secures the room. He waves people to leave the room.
Yeah.
And he closes the door. What are we doing?
First step is figuring out who did this. There's got to be cameras on the block that might have seen somebody coming in or out.
The Syntax has a fuck ton of them downstairs, as well as has a lot of foot traffic that are heavily corpo versatile. So that's an answer to that. What's next?
Well, once we figure out who did this, we can figure out appropriate responses.
I think of only one.
Now, obviously, I understand that the only way that this ends feeling any sort of riot is with whoever issued that order, whoever carried it out, and whatever structure allowed them to do so is in flames or in pieces. But again, stepwise processes. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go downstairs, take another look at that lock. Maybe whatever lock melter they used left a trace that Dietz can pull. Give us something to go off of. You two, in the meantime, I understand how emotions can affect you more so than others. So take as much time as y'all need and meet me downstairs when you're ready. No, I'm gonna head downstairs to look at the lock.
Got it. You do. Looks like it had been, well, there are some signatures to it that kind of makes you think that you've heard about or seen this before.
I put my glasses back on. Deets, I'm sending you a feed of the lock here.
Yeah, got it. This is the entry point?
Yeah, and I kind of tilt the glasses down. You can see, I mean, looking at here, something through the lock. I don't know if it's mechanical or directed energy or what.
Nothing here that's signature.
When he says that, you know that there's nothing here that corporations have done that he can pick up on, but you do. You remember 3 nights ago, maybe 4 or 5 nights ago now. Remember Thrillex, a good friend of yours?
Yeah.
Apartment was broken into. But the way that it was broken into was violent. There was a lot of stuff going on there. He was tortured for a long time, kept alive throughout it all. But the way that they got in there was forced. There was nothing surgical about it except for one thing. The way that they broke through the bolt. That was clean. You see that exact same thing here.
God damn rat. Deets, what is Prodigy Biotech's closest holding to this location?
Fuck. Hold on.
Somewhere that they might be able to dispatch a repo squad from.
A repo squad?
Yeah. You see this, and I kind of look at the cut on the bolt.
Whoa. Wait a second. What do you mean, repo squad? Who got repoed?
Cody's mom.
Oh, shit. Okay. On it.
You can hear a disconnect and a desperation in his voice overtake him, and he disconnects in like that neurodivergent, I gotta concentrate on this and do what I'm really good at.
Yeah. If I kind of look back upstairs, realize that's probably not where I'm most needed, and kind of just hunker down on the stairs for a minute. I'll be right back.
Up top, Cody walks past Haven and into the kitchen, and he starts preparing a meal that he probably doesn't have all the ingredients for, but he's doing his best, and kind of a lifeless manner, moving to the steps, getting the measuring cups, adding a couple of substitutions for things that aren't there. He's making a dish that looks a lot like pocketed flour with contents in between, green beans, rice, meat substitute, all of them some form of substitution from what it really is. And anybody who is familiar would recognize the preparation for empanadas. And he's just going through the processes like a cook, like a line cook in the kitchen.
Haven.
Here. And I step up right next to him, and I hand him like the homemade like chili seasoning, like that really good shit that Mama V always has handy. And I start to like help, like I just silently move with him in the kitchen. Like I've probably been asked once or twice, like, hand me this, hand me that, or something. So I kind of know, like, the process.
Occasionally he'll point and
yeah,
kind of give indication, but he's very silent.
Yeah. Hey, bud. I know that it doesn't really matter what I say right now, but I'm telling you this as close to your sister as I think we'll both ever feel. You were the most joyful part about her life. Like, she clocked me in the back of the head once or twice for even giving you grief. And it really sucks.
Cody, the ingredients are coming together through Haven's words.
And I could feel your hurt. Like, believe me, I don't like feeling people's shit. But
As soon as he
your
says shit, you remember Mama V coming down on you because you once said that.
Could you turn up the heat? Could you turn up the heat on the oil?
Yeah, I got it.
On the oil.
I got it.
You hear a sizzle of water that was in the pan previously that shouldn't have been there. Something that Mama V would have commented on in the past.
Fuck. Hold up. Move it off the flame for a sec.
Okay. All right.
I
move it off the flame.
God, that thing. He starts to correct some of the food prep because clearly it was washed, but it wasn't cleared off before the oil.
The ingredients are not coming together. The dough is not matching up to what it used to be.
Cody, and I'm gonna grab your hand, like, just force them off of whatever you're touching. Cody, you got this. I know it's falling apart, but we're here. I got you. He's got you. Hacksaw's got you. Dietz has got you. Sherry's got you. She didn't leave you here alone. And we're gonna take care of this. But right now, handle this shit. I'm gonna turn him back to the stove. You got this, and you are not alone.
He removes the contents of the dough and throws out the really shitty dough that he was starting to do, and he puts it back into a little cup. Adds a little bit more seasoning to it. Tries it this time instead of doing it from memory.
Something is still missing.
Yep, realizes he's missing something. That's probably a little bit of garlic or something in relation to it, or seasoned salt of some variety.
Haven, you can see he is processing his reality in a very minute fashion, just trying to grasp onto whatever framework of stability there is at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna gently, like, throw ease at him, and
describe the mechanic.
What?
Describe the mechanic.
It's probe. I get it when it's my empath special. When I share a moment of intimacy, I get +1 flow, and I also get to ask a question from the ease move.
Okay.
It's not a roll. It's just an automatic. I get to ask.
Got it.
Okay. So as he's doing it, I could tell that he's struggling with, like, getting, like, processing, doing something, and, like, getting, like, acknowledging his mom died.
Yep.
And I think I kind of, like, sidle up next to him, and I'm gonna say, do you remember that time, like 3-4 years ago, when you came home, like, what are you, like 23, 22 then? You came home and it was like maybe 15 minutes past the streetlights coming on, and she whooped your ass.
God, that sucked. That sucked so bad.
And I remember I was just cracking up in the corner because you're like this grown ass man, and she's just like, "How dare you
Yep.
put your mama through hell
Yep.
for 15 whole minutes?"
Yep. That was the most solid ass whipping I'd gotten in a long time because I couldn't do nothing about it because I was wrong.
While we understand that conversation is important and the emotions are still fragile, we turn our attention to the bottom of the steps. Zephyr is still there. Zephyr, you hear footsteps coming up. Winding around the top of the staircase in the hallway beyond that door, you can see a large figure, about 6'7" or so, occupying more than the passageway's width, struggling to get through. In his left hand, you can see a medical bag of some kind. He approaches you. Do you mind if I come in? I was sent by Dietz.
I imagine you can, but just in the interest of safety, what is your call sign?
I don't know what you're referring to. My name is Hacksaw, and
Alright.
I'm...
Yeah.
He stops, looking at you with a sense of desperation.
I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to do up there.
I'm not here for those who already went. I'm here for those who still are.
Okay. I nod and step away.
A meaty hand comes down on your right shoulder as he tries to pass by you on the right side. Are you Zephyr?
I am, yeah.
My name is Hacksaw.
Nice to finally meet face to face, Hacksaw.
Maybe another time. And he continues like a momentum that slowed down just a little and continued. His inertia, just emotional inertia, carrying him up to the top of the stairs. Haven, you can feel a presence of curiosity and concern enter the apartment.
At the end of our conversation, there's kind of a chuckle about another incident that happened a couple of years ago when I tried to bring somebody back from the syntax, or at the end of that conversation, and I'm laughing a little bit, but there are tears just coming, and he's fighting through it. Cody's just, like, oh man, she wouldn't have let me marry her, like, at all. She definitely wouldn't have happened.
She was kind of the worst.
Yeah, that was a bad situation.
Hey, Hacksaw.
Oh, hey. His attention steers from Haven right over to Cody, where he takes a half step forward, a little bit awkward, puts the bag down on a kitchen counter, and his hands fidgeting awkwardly in front of him.
Hey, excellent. I used to walk through the door like that too, Hacksaw, but that means that you're going to be the first to try. First batch of these here. I'm not sure the meat after flavor, but you get to try. See if I did okay.
His hand reaches out and takes an uncooked empanada.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and then looks at Haven in a moment and reads from Haven the signal that he requires, and probably in the most intelligent move of his life, takes a bite. This tastes like home.
Got the recipe right. Not the best for you. I can use the practice though. I know I can use the practice. The color's not right. The color's not
Maybe
right.
maybe another 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'll put them in for a little longer.
He steps forward to Kode as if to break the apparatus, the emotional defensive apparatus that is in place. Hey. How can I help you? Staring at you directly in the eyes. Hacksaw has never had more intense focus on a single thing than this.
I need you specifically. We're gonna get what they took. Not just from there now, but from her entire life. Each and every one of them, we're gonna get it back.
Okay.
He goes back. That's all I need from you right now, Hack.
His gaze staring at a wall beyond where you used to be.
Hey, Kode, do you want Hacksaw to maybe make Ma a little more comfortable?
That'd be great. She would want to see this this poor attempt at her cooking.
With a renewed purpose, he immediately turns around, looks in the intersection of the hallway out of the kitchen, looks over towards a door which is ajar, and walks down there, disappearing out of your sight.
Alright. It's a good first try, but I'll get another batch later, and I'm sure she'd be proud of it. I just need to focus more. It's just we don't have a lot of the ingredients, right? Right, Haven?
Zephyr,
Yo, Zeph, come try this.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll be right up.
Do you start walking up?
Yeah.
Okay. When they broke in, certain parts of the door, minimal, were left on the ground. There's at one point, however, that you step on something. You take a look at it more out of, is it going to hurt my foot, than what is it? And you can see it appears to be a chip, like the kind that you plug into something. Slightly crushed, not necessarily by your foot, but through other means.
As I'm walking up, I go, Deets, two things. One, how is that, oh, Deets right there, I guess.
What do you... This is... They have professional equipment. I have nothing else to go on.
Alright. Is this something that you would want delivered to you for further analysis, or kept as far away from you as possible?
Wait, what are you referring to?
That I hold the chip up in front of my my glasses.
You hold the chip up, and as you do, you kind of like rotate it up so that he can see it, and you can see a stylized M on it.
Huh. What? Closer. Okay. I got a cap of it. Give me a moment. I'll run, see if there's anything new on that. I don't recognize it immediately.
Alright. Will holding on to it do me any harm, you think?
Nah, it looks broken. Some of the copper contact points are. No, it looks like it was something It looks like it was something that used to be part of something else, and it just got broken off through some means. I'm just curious at the manufacturer's mark. An M. There's a couple of corporations that start off with M, but I don't recognize that logo. Give me just a couple of minutes. Let me see what I can find.
Yeah, sure. Like, tuck the chip in a pocket and head upstairs.
When you arrive at the top of the stairs, necessarily you have to turn left to at least come into the hallway that connects all of the rooms. A little bit off to the left and then to the right is the kitchen, where we now find Haven and Kode.
Yeah, that little bit right there. Hold off on that. The one I want you to try is almost done. I had to give it some more time. Give it its golden color.
Yeah.
Zephyr, since you are the last one in there, chances are you are standing in the threshold of the kitchen where the hallway is, and you hear off to your left a door closing. The large figure of Hacksaw coming back down the hallway with a solemn look on his face. That's we're good to go. When he looks awkwardly into the kitchen, you need to go. And backs up, realizing he spoke too soon. He's not quick of thought.
Thanks, Hacksaw. Just, give it a little time.
He walks off into the living room and sits down and picks at nails and cuticles and until he's told what to do.
The secondary batch completed, at least decently done. He took case off a section and hands off to Zephyr and Haven.
Kode, secure that he finished this batch. The distraction still causing it to be a little bit overdone or underdone. It's more symbolic of everything else that's going on right now than cooking skills.
I take my plate and I kind of shoulder nudge Kode as I take a bite, and it tastes sad. It just tastes like grief, and it tastes good, but anything that this family makes is delicious, but it's just really heavy, and you can tell very apparent what is missing, how much is missing, and above that, who is missing. But I kind of give a really genuine nod of approval, and I want to kind of quietly, I want him to experience what he needs to experience. I want to quietly kind of pass Zephyr with my plate, and I'm going to, when I can, analyze on my own to see, to do a little investigating, without actually speaking out loud to pull Kode out of his process.
Investigating for what?
The apartment, to see get any more glean any more information on who was here or what went on or how, any other clues, because I could tell that Zephyr was also working.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you spend a little bit of time doing that. I'll come back to you with the results after you're done.
After my roll?
Yep.
Okay.
So Zabi takes a sample.
Zabi?
I'm sorry, you mean
Zabi.
Kode.
Crossover episode.
Kode. Yeah, no, that's they're called now. No,
Wow.
Kode takes a moment and finally tries it after everyone else does. And you can tell kind of he knows that it's not exactly what he was trying to do, but it's closer. And it's enough to where he he can improve upon it in the future.
Okay. Okay. Haven, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Was this on search feelings or
No, it was analyzed, just the right basic move.
do you have search feelings by any chance?
I do have search feelings, but I wanted to just do an investigation. I don't want to search feelings. I want to Nancy Drew it.
Through analyze?
Yeah.
There are so many pieces to this puzzle, it's a little bit difficult to put it all together. Describe your failure.
Oh. I didn't think anything happened when I failed this one. I think I just start crying in the hallway. Like, I make it to the hallway and I'm just like eating and I'm like looking at all the stuff, and each bite is just heavier and heavier and heavier.
So as you do, you begin picking up on some stuff. You can feel terror. It is a shock to the system. It's like the smell of ammonia that pierces you and you recoil immediately. And then there's a smell of mint, but not in that pleasant way, more in that, oh, I notice you, that you are there. Then you smell bleach. But it's not bleach, it's that smell of despair that's in the air. Pointing to Mama V's final frightening moments. Zephyr, your object, what's its hunger?
+2 at the moment.
Are you able to discern residual energies right now?
That is not a move that I have.
Okay. Kode, underneath it all. No, I can't tell you that. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
On top of it all, there's a glaze of pseudo satisfaction, but not quite. You understand logically, this batch is not good. This batch is not good. It's not up to those standards. This is not what your mother would have done. This is not, the oil simply was not hot enough. The ingredients were not enough. There was not enough leavening in it. There was no leavening in it.
There's a moment of calm. The mistakes that he made through the process reminds him that he needs to focus on the memory of the mother that was his, of the woman that was his mother. And if he wants to try this again, outside of his sibling, who is not present here, he needs to realize that he is the only one that might remember anything in relation to it, and that ingredient the ingredients in the process, the recipe, it goes with him. So he's going to have to practice again until he gets it right. And there's a moment of acceptance of that, but now there's a focus, because at the base of it, he realizes he no longer has anything to lose whenever he is not working. He's gone a little dark, and if Haven is able to pick up on it while doing her investigation, this is probably the moment that he naps, but does not show it.
Yeah, I think that like all that stuff that was happening that I experienced that you described, like the bleach and the ammonia and the mint, that was hitting me from the front, but the back was like this like of just shadow, like the thickest shadow wall. And I think when I turn around, I'm just faced with black and there's just nothing there. It's just a dark, it's like the lights went out. It's just a dark room.
Yep.
And then I have to she kind of just shakes it off and forces herself to step into it, but knowing that it's all honing in on Cody.
Zephyr, you can see a movement out of the right side of your peripheral vision. That is Hacksaw sitting in the living room. He raises his hand up at the same time that you hear.
Okay. Not a registered corporation on any of the public nets. Something small. It's called Mantle. Apparently big enough to imprint their insignia on electronic devices. But I'm still looking for something that might help us. I don't know what Mantle is.
All right. Any update on nearby Prodigy holdings?
Nothing whatsoever, or at least no activity that's of any real anything. None of the street cams or home cams or comm cams. Nothing picked up anything from any Prodigy location. In fact, they're really quiet.
Yeah, that might be
Prodigy Biotech?
Hey, Cody. Yeah, Prodigy. They're quiet
Yeah.
right now. They're not doing anything, buddy.
why don't we go sit down in the living room and we can run over what little information we've managed to gather here.
Well, you can do that, but Cody's here. Hi, Cody.
What's up? You alright over there? I'm good over here, so don't you worry about me. Just I got a lot of things to take care of in the foreseeable future. And I would like anything that you have available for handling that situation so if something like this doesn't happen anymore.
I'm working on this in ways that I've never done before. Taylor and I are here for you.
I appreciate that greatly, but I'm not worried about that portion. I expect from here on out to use exclusively my expertise to handle whatever mission we have to get done.
Okay.
And I would love to prioritize making sure something like this never happens again. So, if you understand my meaning.
I heard you, Cody. We will make sure this never happens again. I sent Hacksaw if you need anything. Let us know.
He's been great.
In a private channel, he switches over to Zephyr.
You and I don't know each other. Cody, I know you know this. He's hurting bad. I'm gonna try to find out as much as I can about this Mantle whomever and get back to you. But in the meantime, our friend is hurting in ways that I've never seen him before, and it's completely understandable. Zephyr, you're a stranger to this group, but something tells me you understand it because it's coming from Prodigy. I have an instinct. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Manage Cody. He needs it. He has no arguments to tie him to our reality, to any other reality that anyone else is. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
All right. I'll touch back as soon as I hear. You know.
I'm gonna kind of go over to Kode and very pointedly make a show of like unclicking both of my arms, like they connect like just below the elbow.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pop them off and stick them on the counter.
Wow.
Is this a disarming joke?
You know, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Oh damn!
I've
I was,
never at a game
got
felt like
frustrated.
it was inappropriate to laugh until now.
Nah, no joke. I just want to kind of meet you on, you know, familiar ground, as it were. I haven't known you for long, Kode, but I can tell you situations like this are unfortunately common in the city we live in. As I've mentioned before, these I got a gesture with like an elbow. That's the only chrome I've got. And it was not exactly by choice that it was acquired. I grew up in I grew up in Shade City.
Hard living out there.
Yeah, it
It's real
is.
hard living.
No lights, no pumps, no nothing. But we get by. But the problem with getting by is everyone in this city assumes that you cannot do so outside of their sort of paradigm, as it were. You know, people see somebody without augments, they assume that they are inferior or doing it the wrong way, and when they see them thriving, they assume that there is some sort of hidden information that they're not seeing. It's the same thing in the Shades, you know. People see you living a life that you can honestly call content. They can't imagine it happening without running water or flowing power.
I'm a help you with the thought process here, because I think, and based off of the colors, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's like you're trying to connect.
Yeah.
Zeph, my man, you don't have to worry, because I can tell you one thing. I'm gonna need you, again in the foreseeable future, to do the things that I cannot. Because best believe, she's gonna get what she was owed, as long as I draw breath. I can't afford to have anything else. I don't have cred to my fucking name, right? So, if anything, this place, this house above the syntax, is gonna be a mausoleum in the name of the Vardosyn, all right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
Hey.
We got work to do, my guy. We got so much fucking work to do.
We do. I guess I just wanted to remind you that, I might kind of tap the arms on the counter. I go, Zephyr is here for you, but I tap my chest. I go, Anthony's here for you too. All right.
Heard. And he actually grabs his arm, and in a preemptive move, gives it a handshake and helps him attach it.
All right. Much appreciated.
Yo, Haven,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock up this place. I'm gonna see about making sure remains are put to rest. I don't want to be here for that, but I'm gonna do it the old school way. Have her out in that old school spot. I don't want her going down that pit. I'm gonna get her delivered out to where my pops is, out west. And I mean, they don't know where this spot is, or at least so I thought. But they will.
I think back in the day they used to say like in lieu of flowers, but I think some real flowers would be real fucking nice. I'll get the Rosie, the florist down the
Heard.
block. She'll I'll tell her where to go.
Heard.
She'll make it real pretty.
I appreciate that. You should.
So I mean, I want to give you all the time you need, but if you want to get to work, let's fucking find who did this.
Hey, Hacksaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, bud. Yo.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out here, making sure we good. But, you know, all that stuff that Faustus taught you?
He's still
All the
with
stuff
me.
that you learned along the way?
Yeah, he's still with me. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to focus real hard on doing your best. And that's how you can help me. That's how you can help Haven.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna handle some things, and I'm gonna need you to check on some old archives about people like me. I'm gonna be doing some risky things in the next couple of days, and if I suffer any injuries, I'm gonna need you to do your best to make sure I'm up tip-top shape. Feel me?
In more ways than one.
Hey, Zeph, I got onto that call a little late, but I heard something about Prodigy.
Yeah,
Prodigy Biotech.
that is a well, it was something of a running theory. The particular means of entrance here had a lot in common with a friend of mine who was recently, we'll just put it diplomatically and say, interrogated by Hazer's people.
That's that dude, right? And we was that fucking blipped, did that weird shit.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right.
But
I'm gonna do what I can to see if I can get some info in my day job downstairs. I got a lot of movers and shakers to try to show off all the positives that they get from, you know, quarterlies or whatever the fuck they talk about, and profits. I'm gonna see if somebody's loose lips enough to fuck up.
yeah,
But,
I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground as well. Only other kind of key word, phrase, whatever to look out for would be mantle. I'll fish around in my pocket and pull out the chip and go, this
Nice.
came from something that got broken.
Okay.
And I point at the the manufacturer's mark. I go,
That's old as fuck.
yeah, Dietz kind of did his thing with this, and mantle is what he came up with. He's looking into it more, but I think anything we could provide would be of use.
Heard. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. You got to link that shit together. Where was that? Where did you find that?
This was downstairs. Stepped on my way back in.
They got in through the door, the front door, with the downstairs door.
Yeah. Bolt was
Gotcha.
cut clean through.
Got it. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if you're gonna go downstairs for some intel tonight. Do you need a second set of ears? I don't mind running around trying to get some info on Mantle.
It might take you some time to do that. I got a couple things I can do, but
You
I
feel
say we link up.
You feel the weighty palm of Hacksaw touch you for a moment. I'm gonna. There's some things here that I can do to help a little, and a kind of. He drifts off in thought, and then puts a hand out across your body. One hand embracing the entire side of your entire left side, Cody, like at the waist, just gripping you for a second. No other part of his arm touching you, but just his hand, and like squeezing for a moment as if he were about to just embrace you and hug. And then let's go. I'm going to do what I can to make it right with what we have. He doesn't seem sure in his words, but he goes down to the end of the hallway where the closed door is, how he last left it, enters it, closes the door again, but not before looking back down the hallway, and then looking down as the door finally shuts.
I'm gonna write up, oh shit, I gotta send. Damn, my brother. I don't even know if he'll fucking care. Oh, man. You know, you heard of Alias? Alias Mine Core?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, once
Yeah,
or twice.
He's a wage slave over there. He's supposed to be up for some big thing. Last I heard, he was getting a promotion. That was last year, though. I haven't seen him since the holiday season, so. But I guess he's next to kin. So everything's gonna go to him. At least on an official capacity. I think that'll work out.
Hacksaw comes back out after only a couple of minutes, approaches Cody's behind and taps him on the shoulder gently and slowly.
So,
for the stuff around here, we all know the apartment is... It's going to be reclaimed almost immediately, and I figured it might be good to start packing. It's so soon after. I don't know how to...
hey, Hack. From what I know, actually, you bring up a really, really good point. The awareness of this area shouldn't have even been known, but because it was specifically above the syntax, there was no direct coordinates to know that this place was available. So anybody who is trying to take over, they might have some knowledge. So that's actually something I even consider. That's good. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Hey, Cody, do you want this house, this apartment?
we can use it as a dead spot if it remains anonymous, at least based off of, how they fucking do blueprints in the system.
Zephyr, that immediately raises a red flag.
Keeping this place anonymous? I mean, Cody, they came here once. It's not gonna... Even if it was off their grid beforehand.
It's there now.
Yeah.
Yep. I hate fucking everything.
We could do this legit. We could. So you know that I have a network. You were at the diner. I've got.
Yeah.
I know people.
Yeah.
Oh. We got a couple lawyers. We got a couple real estate lawyers, estate lawyers. I know they're...
Good move. Nah. I know what you're trying to say. Nah.
I can't promise anything, but, maybe I could have something, like, drawn up that makes it look legit.
Word.
A deed in somebody else's name. It would be yours, but...
I'm officially an employee of the Syntax, so... Damn, I don't even remember who owns the Syntax right now, but that cycled through like twice in the past 6 years. So whoever's in charge of it, technically it would fall on any new property above the Syntax would fall under them. And since we were here next to kin, grandfathered in, you might be able to bullshit something with that. That's what I got. But I am an employee of the Syntax officially.
I'll find out what I can, but in the meantime, maybe we should find anybody downstairs that even knows about Mantle.
Yeah.
Works for Mantle.
Yeah, see if anybody heard anything at all.
Working almost habitually, Hacksaw looks for containers to solemnly put things into. And the daylight finally fades into the darkness of evening. You stand in silence just before you move on. In the small, confined, cluttered room of Mama V's apartment. Move about the rooms quietly, gently placing her belongings in boxes if you are contributing to that. The somber gravity weighing on each of you. Haven, you find yourself navigating through this space, not because of the physical walls, but because of the emotional awareness that you have. You have a task, and you share in that sorrow, reflecting it back so that others might be able to learn from it. Cody, your face has been so far an almost rigid mask, methodically sorting through your mom's life, every photo that you've ever seen, every memento that lies about you, mentally packing away those pieces of her existence into the catacombs of your mind. Zephyr, you find yourself offering your strength, and you find yourself, as you have spoken, handling a lot of the heavier emotional items. And as Hacksaw puts some stuff away, sorrows are felt, but you understand what loss is. You've experienced it, and this is what joined you all together, was that doctor whose name was...
Faust.
What's that? No, the other one.
Oh, Dr.
Hazer.
Hazer.
Yeah.
You understand that underneath it all, somehow, some way, it's almost instinctual. You can kind of feel that it's there. But despite those temporal thoughts, and despite your different paths of life, you all hold that one universal understanding of loss and the empathy that it evokes. After a time, the apartment is finally secured, and the physical remains or reminders of Mama V is packed away. Hacksaw would see to that. And Kode, the echoes of her laughter and her warmth and her life still linger in the quiet corners of the apartment. You all take a moment, I assume, to remember whatever you had. Zephyr perhaps accepting that, because Zephyr, you never met her, but you can almost pick up on everything from Haven's and empathetic, sure. Sure, it's a thing. Feelings.
It is. It is a thing.
Push this fucking thing. Zephyr, you can realize that though we never really understood Mama V as a person, everyone else here has. And so we join you in that empathy and trying to understand the loss that is there. Channeling grief into resolve, each of you begin to feel a little bit of purpose. Whatever it is that caused this needs to change. It's been voiced by some of you. Whatever this is, whoever it is that did this.
I have something for you.
The voice of Dietz comes across all of your comms.
What's up, Dietz? We got
Cody.
we're about 80% through.
Yeah. Cody, I'm not getting a full read on your visor. You're gonna want to see this. There you go.
He patches through a signal, and permission comes up, or a permission request comes up on each of your Neuralinks or visors.
He hits the accept.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Zeph, got it.
Yes.
The camera that we're looking through is a security camera from like a local store. It's nothing big, but check out that door across the street and wait for it.
The moments pass by pregnantly, inflated with anticipation, until finally you see a figure. It's blurry, it is distorted. And it comes out of the frame. At first you only see the feet, just due to the angle of the camera itself. At first you only see the feet, then you see the knees, then you see the thigh, until finally the character walks across about 3/4 of the way across the film, the scene, and stands in front of a door. Zephyr, you know this figure.
Okay. Check this out.
Then he zooms in on it, a very blurry keypad. You see a left hand of that figure raised, and then zooms back out.
I think we have a code to get in, but I want to know who that is.
Zephyr, you've seen videos like this before.
This is what I think Okay. I came across a couple of records up on the subnet that have to do with a Mantle Corp. It's some kind of like a shadow
I've seen
corporation.
this guy.
What?
I know this guy.
Who is it?
What?
Yes.
Zephyr, you recognize the back of his head. It's the same kind of back of the head that you saw in the last thing, in the last incursion into Prodigy Biotech with these others. Before he bamped out into
That's
other
a hazer.
bodies.
That's who killed Mama V.
You see the figure punch in a code, which you now all know, walk in through a door, and then the camera then zooms out.
This is Mantle Corp. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you it is not linked in any official way, at least not yet, to Prodigy. I think it's a personal venture. Cody,
Yep.
I think Mantle has something out for your mom. That they're the ones who did this. And it's under that same son of a bitch that found you in the org that you found in the lab.
Noted.
Well, we have a personal venture now, I guess.
Sure do.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going from here? How can I support you?
Can you make us something to keep that motherfucker from jumping bodies again? Some kind of Faraday cage?
There's nothing I can do. I don't have those kinds of... Hey, Taylor, can you manufacture anything? No. But I know someone who can.
Hey, Deets.
Yeah, man.
So, my pops used to say something, and it actually has a lot to do with Mama V. And he used to say it takes a great deal of patience to get exactly what you want. And at the end of the day, it was my mom's for him. So I can tell you right now, if you know what it takes, take down a corp, to get vengeance on a son of a bitch like that, don't worry, I'm willing to wait.
Okay.
It'll give us some time to build up some cred, act like nothing crazy's been going on. Then when we need to, we'll make that move.
Yeah. Hey, Cody.
What's good?
I'm gonna patch through someone who just contacted me, whose signal came through. I think it might be related. Do you mind if I put through Andromeda?
Yeah, she's probably got something much like what I got to deal with. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Cody. Cody, you there?
Yep.
What's up, fucker? Alright,
How you
man.
doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You anything bad on your end from that data transfer down in that archive?
Nah, man. All things good now. We got a lead. Hey, listen. Heard about your moms.
Yeah. We ain't gotta dwell on that. You good? We're good. We're good.
Yeah, but still it's fucked up. So I got something for you in exchange. I had left y'all because it was kind of a messed up situation, but I also found out that my own fam was kind of impacted by some recent events.
Yeah.
So hold up. Patch me through to your other friends. I want them
Oh.
to hear this.
All right, hold up. He opens the channel to close network.
Hey guys, you there?
Yep.
Yep.
So, we never talked about personal things. We've only known each other for about an hour, maybe 2. My name is Andromeda, or I go by that. Galaxy outside of this one. I like looking into the future and seeing what's possible because these motherfuckers in this city ain't gonna hold us back. They've been stealing all sorts of personal information, including Mama V, which is what came across my scopes when I looked down. My own family has been similarly targeted. And Vale's Whisper, all 53 of us are gonna help y'all out. Zephyr, I only know you by name, my friend, but I'm gonna tell you right now, while I gave you the finger, that's because that's a finger that I always gave every single corporation in this place. Because none of them deserve who it is that we are, our personal information. It came across my comms that Cody's mom was targeted by someone unknown. We got tabs on them, and that's what Vale's Whisper does. We got tabs on every single one of these motherfuckers that try to run. I'm gonna tell you right now, Cody, I don't know everything that's happened to you, but I swear to you, we got your back. You got 53 good souls, not a single motherfucking one that's got a goddamn augment. We're with you.
Hey, Andromeda.
We're here for you, brother.
You said something about them being able to run away. Well,
run far from the Veil.
I'm waiting to see a motherfucker who can outrun me.
Brother, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Come and meet me in 2 days hence in Shadow's Corner. You look it up. You'll find out. You ask questions, you'll find out. But you don't use a single spark to do so. You only use the power of voice. And I promise you, you will find it. You need to come home along with the rest of us because the rest of our territory, all of it, isn't owned by us, but it will. You give us another 5 years and I swear to you, Killison City will be no more. I just need to know if you, the sinners, are on board.
Killison until proven otherwise.
Sounds about right to me.
Where you go, I go.
See the rest of you on the flip side. Cody,
Yeah.
your mama ain't dead. Her records are gonna be living on for a long ass time, and they ain't gonna belong to any kind of a corporation. We already got something, an entire wall. Candles, Cody. Not some sort of LEDs, but actual candles. And in that wax is inscribed the name of every single person that a corporation has to overtaken. You have resisted the change that they want to implement. Anything to get us all on board, you fought against. Come on out to the corners. I got you. You may not know me, but I got you.
I'll be out there in record time. Let me finish up here and I'll be there.
Do what you gotta do. You do you. Cody, I'll see you on the other side. As for the other two, I got you. As for the architect listening in, you may be distant, but you're welcome, if Cody says so. Hey, Empath,
Yeah.
you got a job over here. We got a lot of hurting souls. This revolution is gonna suffer. And I need someone to feel it all and to pass it back over to them so that they understand that it is fuel for the fire to come. You got that?
I could play messenger.
No. And no one here that can read emotions like you. I'm not talking messenger, I'm talking leader. I need someone like you who can enforce them, who can convert them, who understand what the fight is all about.
All right.
Zephyr,
Yeah.
Prodigy Biotech fucked your friend through legs. He is one of about 5,000 just in the past month that have died because the corporations wanted something from him. And I'm telling you right now, every single one of these motherfuckers have been stealing our information and using it for their own purposes. So I'm asking you right now, as augmented as you are you gonna join us, or are you gonna follow along with the corporations that we and our ashes are gonna be toppling?
I ain't never wanted to see nothing more than this city burn, so.
Oh, and burn it will with your help. Cody's gonna lead the way. He ain't got no augmentations to stop him. He doesn't know what it means to be distracted by the veil. Cody?
I'm in.
Your
Let's
mama
kick this
didn't
shit.
die in vain. Your mama died a martyr. We're gonna remember her name, and I need you here to light that torch under the asses of every single person who's ever felt a corporation's oppression. Come home. Come on home, brother. I can't wait to see you again and hold you in my arms. And I am so sorry that I just gave you the vibes that I was only interested in a burger.
We gonna spark that fire, little homie.
Hey,
Just you
sinners.
wait.
I'll see you on the other side. Hey, Deets. We got your back. Sinners, you got another 53 warriors just waiting for you. Give us the command. Y'all have been leading the fight. So many of those been hiding out in the shadows, waiting for someone to stomp on these corporations that want to hold us down. I'll see
I got something headed your way, Andromeda. I'll send you the file in a moment.
All right. What do you need? What do you got?
If you can get 53 of them, even better. And he holds up his yo-yo. The mechanics of it are very, very good for disrupting things that are connected to the veil, connected to anything electronic, augment related, because it shuts it down.
Send me the prints of that thing. I only have one 3D printer here. But he's good.
I'll get it to you. I know a good scrapyard where you could use the coral system that we got for it.
Alright. We'll do what we can. We got one printer, but he's good.
Got you.
No.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you.
Hey, Cody. we've been around for a little bit of time, and I'm sorry that we've only come across you just now. But Prodigy and all these other corporations that are around, they need to be stopped. It's not you that have our back, man. You only, like 4 or 5 of you. It's not nothing. I got you on that. But what I'm saying is that we've got... There's a lot of people that are hungry, don't have light in the daytime, and don't have foods to feed them or their children. Haven, you set pace with a diner and so many other places that have branched out. Like a fungus, you separated from yourself and set the idea in motion. So many others have followed your lead, Haven. And Zephyr, I know that you're new to them. I looked you up. Man, these corporations, they capture everything that everyone does, and we got tabs on every single one of them. And while you may be new to them, you ain't new to the cause. You've got an energy within you, son. And I may only be half your age, but it doesn't take wise old eyes to see someone who can lead us through a cause. We got Thrillix's name 5 up from Mama V's. 1 for each week that has passed. We know who Thrillix was. You know who he was? He dealt us the healing medications that some of us needed in order to get away from augmentations.
I know.
As for the rest of you, Deeds and Taylor and Anon and, well, Sherry, I'm sure you're listening. If you ain't got something to heal us, you can all fuck off. Andromeda, out.
Yo, light that fire that she's got.
She's spunky.
That's good. And then another thing to take note of. She's part of the next generation of folks like us.
Well,
Kids are all
hopefully
right.
if things go right, we're not going to need a whole nother generation of folks like us.
Damn. Right. Alright. Let me finish packing up this stuff. I got a file to send out, and actually, Haven.
Yeah.
You might be a little bit more connected with this one. I got this card a while ago. Somebody related to like the food. She was decked out, terrifying, but kind of hot. But anyway, it's not important. Take this card.
Yeah.
And see if you could find out more, and see if she'll be able to help us out. You know, people needing food, and she mentioned something related to food with that.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
After a time, the apartment is secured. And the physical reminders of Mama V are packed away, ready to be moved, or however you choose it to be. And the echoes of her laughter, her warmth, her life still linger in the quiet corners of the apartment. Which y'all take a moment to remember her in your own way, however you choose to do that. Each of you touched by her life in different ways. Zephyr, again, Almost by proxy, you feel her presence. Kode, you understand the absence that is in that physical space that she left. Kode, are you the last to leave?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Take
The hardest one to probably get out would be Hacksaw. But yes.
No, there's a hairball in this corner.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. What about this dust bunny? I found this.
Can you check on Zephyr and Haven? They went out up
Yeah,
front.
I'll get it. Go over there to Zephyr. And Hacksaw drifts off aimlessly under Cody's direction towards them. Hey, Kode, as you take a last look around, there's a silence that seeps into your bones. I can understand the almost subliminal at this point loss that overcomes you. But you've not yet crumbled. I can see you channeling your resolve into grief, channeling your grief into resolve. I can almost see you clenching your fists, almost subconsciously. Not in despair, but in determination. With a final look at the apartment and all the memories of your childhood and adolescence and young adulthood, the door is locked behind you. Outside, the neon city lights blink and wink against the darkening sky as you all step into the labyrinth of the city. Each of you, I'm sure, are walking in some sort of silence in your own way, absorbed in your own thoughts of what has just transpired, feeling the weight of what it is that lies before you. What is this mental corp? What does Dr. Hazer have anything? What is any of this? You, over the course of time, I'm sure burial arrangements and more will be solved, but right now, over an unregistered bodega, a security camera focuses in on our troop, looking at them through a hazy gaze as the rain of the city falls down upon them, almost as if emotion had become manifest. What does this camera see of you three exiting the apartment?
I think Haven is on the one side of Kode and just kind of like, they've never been like very physically affectionate unless if they're like, you know, like punching at each other's arm or whatever. But I think this time she kind of just like steps close enough to their arms are touching, just so that he knows that like she meant it when she said that she got him.
Zephyr?
I think Zephyr is, cognizant of his sort of newness to the group and is, walking with them, but just kind of looking ahead, hand like very firmly on the sword.
Kode, while moving away from the area, will kind of nudge at Hacksaw, hoping he has a torch or something to light a cigarette.
Oh yeah. Reaching into his pockets, he finally fumbles, and with both hands as large as they are, this tiny little implement gets lost until finally he manages to scramble and hold it out for you lit.
Yep.
Hey, I will knock over a building if you ask me to.
You sure as hell could.
He stops in the middle of the street, looking at Cody with desperation in his eyes.
Cody turns to him.
You know, once upon a time, I was this size, but a lot younger. And I remember a trash can being hit. I remember my head being hit by a trash can. Like a lot. And someone stepped up and told me told them that they needed to stop. And I don't really remember much else, but I do remember that when I sat there and I looked at this person who ended up being Dr. Faustus, I remember him telling me that he wasn't always going to be around, but that everything that he ever told me was only for my own good, and that many times that I did things that just didn't.
You're good. You're good. He puts a hand out to kind of catch him. Listen,
I miss Faustus.
I know.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Big guy, come down here. Come on, come with me. And Cody puts his head to his, if he can get him down to that level. And be like, I want you to close your eyes, big man. I want you to close your eyes. And now is the only connection that we have is your head to mine. And I want you to take a moment, all right, to think about what and how the people that we have lost in the physical world, how they carry on through us, and how that is going to translate to everybody that we care for right now and in the future. It's a lot to think about. So take this moment, my man. Take this moment. Think about that. And embrace that.
The corporations made those things that took Faustus from us.
No. And we have to make them pay.
Are they gonna pay?
God damn.
Every single one of them are gonna fucking pay.
Focus, Hacksaw. Focus.
I'm trying.
Think of it.
I'm sorry about your mother. Your mother did not deserve to die. She relied on those things, but she was.
Hacksaw. Focus like a surgery. They are a sickness, and they have to be removed. You got expertise out of all of us in how to do that. And we, like you, need to do what is necessary to heal and be better. We're a team. We can do this, alright? Come on. Come on. Heading over to the group. Collecting Hacksaw as much as he can, his mass alone. Heading back over to Haven and Zephyr. Hey Zeph, I think we need to split off from here. I'm gonna let you go off. I'm gonna keep a closed channel up on my visor right now, but I don't want to have it on me right now. I I want to see the way. I want to see things the way they exist, and I want to keep that as much as possible. But you know what we got to do. I'm gonna let you rock off.
Yeah, I'll head to work and see what I can see. You guys know how to contact me.
I appreciate you. Yo, Haven.
Yeah.
We got a laundry list of shit to do.
Sure do.
I'm not connected right now, and I'm not going to be connected at least until tomorrow morning. I'm not putting these things back on me unless I absolutely need to. But you got to watch it burn down. And there's a lot of us who have a fire for that. We just got to place it. We got to use our skills right. Right, Hacksaw?
Yeah. Yeah. You lead the way. I'm there.
Bird. Get back to your safe house. Get your stuff together.
Okay.
We got work to do.
Okay. Hey, Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah. He reaches down to the street where he left his pack. It picks it up, looks at you each, fidgeting uncontrollably, rocking back and forth in his own way. Looks over at Kode as if to derive some sense of stability from him, the person who has been impacted the most from the events of the past 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
I am Faustus as well. And I will help you as best as I can. I'm going to go back when you need it. You call on me. And I am not going to let anything stop me. I will not let any of you die. No more death. No more death. He tries to collect himself, nods as if he needs to convince himself of this.
What's your call sign, big guy?
Anything, whatever the fuck you want it to be, because I don't remember.
Fuck. God, you're scary. All right. I'll contact you tomorrow.
I'll be on comms. And he turns away, a 7-foot tall shadow exiting into the neon lit nights. Zephyr, you remember the sounds of Thrillex. You remember the sounds of your past. You've heard footsteps approaching you rapidly, and then a laugh of your old friend telling you about some stupid ass joke that he had. You remember the music that Thrillex used to play. You remember your friends getting their shots from whatever transportation was able to bring them meds. You remember all the things that Prodigy Biotech took away from them eventually. Haven, you remember the reason why all those food co-ops were started in the first place? Because the synthetic foods were never nourishing enough, and what you started created new birth of hope. You remember just recently, a couple of hours ago, sitting down in a diner with a brand new person who had never tasted the authenticity of reality. something that your food co-op brought about. And the four of you now stand on the street with Hacksaw now moving away. He turns back and he looks back at you, nodding silently, stifling some sort of cry again. Turning silently away and walking. Visions of Mama V, whether imagined or real, exist in all of your minds, and a newfound purpose against this mantle corp.
Hey, guys. I got something for you. Zephyr.
Yeah.
Prodigy Bio wasn't the only place that Dr. Hazer had influence on. He started up about 3 months ago a new corporation called Mantle. It's for all the privatized experimentation that he's been conducting because Prodigy wasn't evil enough for him. Hold on for a second. I'm going to send you the location of their headquarters. Courtesy of Veil Whispers.
You each receive a ping on your visor or comms. It's in another place of the city, closer to the old district. A place where many of you, or most of you, have not yet been. Seems like you have a renewed purpose. And we'll see you guys next week.
Hey. Oh. Bye, Mike. Good night, Mike.
Goodbye. I'm going to bed. I gotta go for 4:30.
Good night, Mike.
Mike, have a fantastic one. For everyone else, hang out for a second. We're going to join you in the after party. Hi, Manda. We can see you over here now, and y'all can see me on the OBS thingy.
Amanda's go to bed. Good night, Amanda.
Amanda, goodbye. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with us and being the awesome mod that you are. Did Amanda leave? Nope. Amanda's leaving now, giving us a prolonged kiss. Okay, awesome. Everyone, hold on for 1 second. I'm going to bring... Oh, wow. I just realized that it brought us back to the old one. Hold on. Let me go here. We will be right back after maybe 3 minutes or so. We are going to take a quick break, bio break or whatever. And I'm going to set up the after party up on Discord. I have a lot of emotions in me right now, so I'm just trying to quell them. But come and join us in Discord. Discord.gg/Evandale, EVINDLE. Come and join us.
DALE.
DIDL.
I got you.
Oh my God, dude.
Also, Erin is there. She's just not visualized.
Hello. Or hello.
Yeah, all right, cool. So come and join us in the after party. This is going to be the discussion that we typically have. Patreon members can actually talk. Everyone else, come into the spoiler chat where I will read everything that you have to say. And guys, thank you so much. Erin, do we have anyone? Oh no, that's right. Yeah. We're gonna join.
Oh yeah, we're doing our thing.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Let me bring this thing up. I told y'all I was gonna have some wine. Holy crap! There we go.
You got it.
This is after party. Oh my God. There we go. Alex, as always, is present. There's Kevin. Okay, hold on.
Okay, so 3 minutes is what you said? 3 minutes?
Yeah. Give yourselves like 3 minutes. Go on a bio break or whatever you need for this. I'm gonna see if I can switch out the camera so I can be seen here. And And hold on, I need to do that to go over here. Alrighty. Yeah, guys,
Don't
thank
forget
you
to mute
so much.
yourself in important places.
What's
Mute
up?
yourself on Zoom.
Don't forget to mute yourself on Zoom.
Yeah, that's right. If you are listening on Zoom and you are on Discord, do not do that. Go elsewhere.
No, you have to mute yourself on Zoom.
I don't.
Yep.
No,
You're getting an echo.
Yeah, because you're still listening on Twitch.
No, I'm on
Nope.
Zoom. You mute yourself on Zoom.
Oh, right. Duh.
Don't worry. We got the A in Evandale. We
There
got
we
your
are.
audio
All right,
covered.
cool.
We got you.
Cool. All right, man.
Right back.
Cool.
Kevin, look out for him. Beat
I
his
got you.
hats
Oh
off.
my God.
He's
I have to go to the
shifting
bathroom
hacksaw
too. I'll be
crane.
right back, and then we will see a camera. I'll be right back.
I am here for you all. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's Erin. That was fun. Wait, do I have unfiltered processes to talk to you all? Quick, say something silly. Oh my god, Hacksaw's huge as usual. A pretty good one. Got Haven. Oh, Alex is doing hero forges of us in the spoiler chat. You guys are missing out on it if you're not in the Evandale chat. Yeah, this shit is fire. Ooh, talk about a character profile switch. I'm gonna see something crazy and dark happen, kill somebody's mom. That'll do it. That'll definitely do it.
All right, let's see if we can do this.
That OBS symbol is, although badass, I'd prefer to see Steve's.
Ooh, that was
Spicy.
hefty.
That was spicy.
That was spicy.
Yeah, that was definitely spicy.
It's Jody B. Hi guys. Crazy
Hey.
saying goodnight. Alex saying there might be a couple of surprises there. Let's see. Only caught half of that, but the rock said raffle. Erin and Steve wanted to say the last branching out was great. Crazy C. I finally got to listen today. Awesome. Yay. Yeah. We're like, with a little bit of time and energy, we're able to produce some pretty good content. So I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah.
So Kevin,
Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
what do you got, man?
So, something can be said that I'm happy was grasped this session was the core of what a cyberpunk setting is. You have things like hope punk, which the goal generally of every story of hope punk is to have something bad happen and have the people who are observed from first person omniscient perspective that there is an objective that they can get to that is realistic not only to the party but to everybody who's looking alongside first person omniscient, that is beneficial. But then you have cyberpunk, which this whole campaign has been dealing with several different facets of each of our stories and other people's stories that have been just hard to deal with. Even the people that we've fought have had it rough. But we've done what was necessary because of our expertise, what makes us special, to be successful on our ends. At the end of the day, it is a big bad in a cyberpunk setting that there is no right answer. There is no way to complete a beneficial end. And for us, for the characters, it seems like, oh, you take down the corporations, you win. But the way that that's done is so out of reach that the characters have no idea that that is something that really can't be attained. And I think everybody kind of, who, especially onlookers, myself onlooking my own character, realizes, oh, there's no way in hell you're gonna stop all the corporations from
No,
doing anything.
and there isn't in this kind of a setting. There
Yeah.
really isn't. It's hopelessness.
Yeah, it's 100% hopeless. But to follow along the story of characters that think that they can do something,
Mm.
it brings in the perspective of the genre. And I really, really am happy that we got an opportunity to experience that. Not only from, something as simple as a single loss of life, but also the spark. And I think I said it in chat too. It was the moment that the triggering event of the darkest timeline in a series, in a group story. And that 100%, like, fuck yes. Like, I love this setting. This is the reason I love this setting. 100%. Like, anybody who's, a matter of fact, a reference point, anybody who's seen Cyberpunk Edge Runner, like, that whole crew, like, there was a triggering event where something happened. In case nobody's seen it, I recommend going out to see it. But there's a triggering event that is exactly like this, where you're like, oh shit, there's nothing that you can do. And then they go through it, and even to the end of the series, you're like, oh, man, hey, this is what Cyberpunk is. Go check it out. You'll get a lot of parallel feelings, because this is that first moment for us.
Donald is saying that Edge Runner is great.
Yep.
Where do you find it?
But I hope it's still on Netflix, but you can
Netflix,
find,
okay.
yeah, you can, I'm pretty sure you can find the whole series, like, it's sped up for on YouTube, so that they don't get got for it. You can also find it. You can find all you have to do is you can Google it, and you can find where to watch it in its entirety.
All right, cool. Erin, I don't want to disturb you mid-meal because
No, well, this is actually my first meal. You're right.
Oh, no shit. Okay, cool.
Is that the waffle cone ice cream? Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one. Oh.
Yeah, Haven was tossed into a world of emotions tonight.
Yeah.
How does an empath like work with that?
Really badly. I think that it helped that this was somebody that she has already felt very close with, and that she has a good idea of what he needs.
Right.
But obviously a lot of the same emotion is going to make things bigger, which is I was really happy with the way that it turned out today with like processing grief. And I love that this happened after Kode took the empath move, because it made their relationship, their like sibling kind of relationship, more like clear and tight. Like, because now it's like they share a bond of like seeing what you feel. I really love that. And it felt very much like Haven was showing up for him, but also didn't feel so alone in it.
When Kode started diving into making empanadas, that to me was like, oh, he's fucking sunk down. This is I gotta rationalize. I need to recreate Mama V's emotions, presence, lessons, etc. How did you pull that out? Why empanadas?
So something that I like from personal experience, I've experienced with many families is definitely meals. I've been present for some old Italian grandmas making meals that last the entire day. Like
Yeah.
fucking the different pasta dishes, fucking starting things off with escarole because it has to do with the digestive tract with everybody, the snacks. That shit's an all day process. And unless you're one of the kids that's gonna get their ass whooped in the kitchen, but to watch and to learn, like you're not in the kitchen. So I wanted to like just with that one, and I know that has also happened because I've been around Spanish families that have done that. Like just a multitude of cultures. So I applied that to Cody's link to his mom being the firstborn son that was willing to risk getting thwacked to learn, and he just never did it himself. And this is like I figured sharing with the audience his first attempt at cooking to honor his mom because she can't make any more dishes.
Oh, fuck. She can't make any more.
Nope.
It's really poignant too that the mom, that Mama V, who's like this nurturing character, was also the first one to like smack you in the head with the shoe kind of thing. Which
wooden spoon.
Which should create for anybody else an unsafe environment. But really the unsafe environment was you doing it alone without her. And it's just really like, it's sad. I was tearing up a little bit when Haven was talking to you. I was like, get your shit together. Keep it together.
Yep.
When
I noticed everybody had, oh, then this is fucking you guys roleplay out the wazoo. There were so many different perspectives to deal with that. Haven, fucking, I'll let you explain your perspective of it. But one that I witnessed from Mike as Zephyr was kind of like the outsider watching someone's genuine and sincere grief happen. And trying to empathize with that. That's a very particular type of interaction, and he fucking killed it. Hacksaw kind of like being unaware but being overwhelmed with, oh shit, like that one time I came to this house to do a job to protect her, she probably whooped his ass. She didn't give a shit about how big he was. He probably came in, is there anywhere I can hit? Whack, whack, get out of the kitchen. Your big ass can stay over there and watch. I know that happened. So when Hacksaw saw Cody, it clicked emotionally on an emotional intelligence level. How impactful that was. And so I could see, Kevin could see, as well as Cody could see, that it was like, wow, this is a new experience for you. And for the perspective of Cody, which was something that I'm very much familiar with in terms of loss with my in real life when my grandmother died.
Oof.
It was a moment of, she was my spiritual she was like my spiritual grounding in life. She was kind of like the person that, regardless of her beliefs, the core ideologies of, faith and knowing yourself on a cosmic level, like she was my rock. And when she passed away, I was very disconnected from it because I didn't have her to reference. So I used that to channel Cody's loss of his mom, and I made it so that it was just like he's a dangerous man right now. Like, he's a very, very dangerous man right now, and it kind of all linked together to where he was just shut off kind of emotionally, but he still had that focus to where he goes, I understand what needs to be done now. I didn't before, but this world is unforgiving, and I didn't ask for forgiveness.
Oof. Fuck. Where does Cody go from here? What is the driving passion behind any immediate actions?
Well, the fact that while raising the kids, his mom was a wage slave. She was a corporal wage slave, and she retired, and they fucked her there. And these recent missions that we had during the campaign were basically kind of like getting what was owed to her. And once we got it, we were successful. They came back and took that. And with taking that, it was kind of like they took all the physical, the physical that was present away from not only Kode, but from Haven, from Anon. Anon doesn't even fucking know yet. Like I don't even know how to how to bring that up and to.
I know when Eric comes back, it's gonna be like, okay, just hold on.
Yep. Yep.
It's gonna be so what did I miss from Hamilton?
Oh, man. Yeah. There's so many people that she impacted, and this event, what happened was when she's basically taken away from us, it's as if the corporations were like, you don't deserve that, and this is how we're gonna just take it away from you because we can do that. So Kode's actions forward are going to be basically doing everything in his power to remind them that yes, they can be affected by the folks that they have victimized throughout their entire existence.
Yeah, it's what the corporations do here is, oh God, it's abysmal. Pedigree coming in, saying a whole bunch of emotes, saying essentially hi. So we are dealing with Killison City, which is a megatropolis. Corporations in a cyberpunk environment that are controlling every aspect of life. Government barely has control, and tonight we just found out that the players had previously gotten the augmentations or the cybernetic implants that was required for one of the players' moms to live. And a corporation came back and reclaimed them all. Repo job, essentially killing her. And that was tonight's episode. So you were joining us during the after party, which is when the players and the game runner all meet together and discuss what happened. Haven had to undergo a ridiculous amount of emotions coming from the various PCs, the environment, the absence of emotion from a dead person who used to live there, with such a great contrast between the dead and the living. Haven somehow, some way managed to kind of keep it regular, keep it normal. Where was that on the acting scale? How much of that was Haven going, I've got you for support purposes, and how much of that was a genuine like disassociation from a surrounding emotion, just strictly out of necessity?
I think so. Haven had a job to do in that moment, and that was show up for Kode, and she did her best by letting him feel. And I mean, she was ready to like absorb everything, but I think in this moment she didn't want to augment his feelings because of how strongly he believes about physical augments. That's why when she failed that investigate role, she started to cry and feel that like be hit with that wall of just black. I think that, and I almost cried a couple times talking to Kode. Like I could feel my throat tighten. I was like, God damn it!
It's good.
Like really.
It's
good. I didn't like have any sort of like bleed or anything. But I think that Haven was trying her best to keep her shit together in case Kode's shit fell apart.
Oof.
And the only time she let herself go was alone in the hallway where he was safe from that because she knows he can also see her emotions now.
Yeah.
So she wanted to keep this as pure and unadulterated as possible for him.
As far as the atmosphere goes, how much weight is there on the removal of the existence of the city from the PC's lives versus the fuck everything else, we're going to put on blinders, screw the corporations and whatever, and we're going to now forge forward in our own way? How much of that is like, is there now a thought of corporations may now do X, Y, and Z against our future actions, or is it more of a fuck it, we don't care anymore, we're going to go forward?
For me,
Yeah.
the idea of the overwhelming thing, and Erin picked up on it real quick when I mentioned it, was the idea of what does the emotion of apathy look like? And she was like, "There's a shadow coming from this dude." It's absolutely you snapped it real quick, because Kode kind of slipped into sociopath status, and so his from his perspective, it is, I can do, like, I'm in a way that the corporations aren't familiar, am untouchable. I'm the reason that they are trying so hard to get all of the other honed into their kind of claws, because if they can't get us into their claws, then they have a weak spot. It is a thing that they cannot touch.
Yeah.
And that is even in all applications of, fantasy and fiction and in real life. The corporations, the off the grid people, like, if they decided to be like, fuck you, they could absolutely do something about it. So that is where the empowerment that Kode has is coming from.
So you're talking about empowerment. How much of that does the character actually feel as compared to these, like the massive towering headquarters or what have you of the various corporations all around you? Meanwhile, you're just this big on the street. Where does that true sense of empowerment come from?
Shared with Haven. I remember us having a conversation about that. When everybody who has their augments and everybody who puts on these, the corporations, they present something that is grandiose. That is, I run everything. This is the empowerment. You buy into the thing so that we can give you what you want, but we ultimately have the power over you.
Yeah.
But when you take them off, Kode is very familiar with this. When you take them off, you see what the world really is. And it's one of those things where it's just like, you pretend, you're fake, your mask, your monument is bullshit. And I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that your mask is bullshit. This digital veil that you have put over your own eyes to run everything is false.
Oof.
I also want to touch on that sort of like bigger, like, fuck it attitude. Andromeda. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a spicy take, especially coming from me and how I love rebellious characters. But she has cult leader vibes that I can't shake. Like, the one Cyberpunk game I ran was Cyberpunk Red, and the character, the one that was missing, or like the one that they were trying to solve her murder and she ended up not being murdered, she was like this leader of a revolution, but her ideals were so far like detached from reality that, and so grandiose that she lost sight of like what you could actually accomplish and what the actual mission is. And it touched into like really dangerous territory of like, are we the baddies kind of thing? And Andromeda gives me that vibe of like, she's rebellious and she's got like real spicy attitude. But if anybody was to pause, if she issued a command, what would she do? Would she kill that person in order to progress the movement? If somebody were to stand up and say like, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, would she dispatch them for the greater good? Like kill one, save 1,000. And I think, and I don't know if Haven has that feeling, but Erin has that feeling. And I'm just like, what happens if like she's not like really aligned with, if we're not aligned with them, and there's 53 of them, and
it's well think about it. So in a city of millions, there's only 53, or there are 53 who are amped enough to go out there and go do whatever. I can totally see why she would present a little bit of a dilemma, but that's the character, and she's.
Don't tell me. I want to.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
You know, she's 17. You know, there's a sense of immunity that comes with that kind of mid to late teen humanism, if you will, and I want to see where that character goes. I don't know. So much of it is hinged on your actions and the actions of the city around it. You know, all that kind of crap that I figure out after this session is done. Meanwhile, I do want to say really quick, say hi to DM Chromie, who wanted to know what this is. It's powered by the Apocalypse, the Veil. Donald had said that this all reminds him of Repo Men, which is when people reclaim, you know, things that have been taken away from them. In this case, like biological parts, etc. When they default on payments. Teens are immortal, says Donald. Yeah, essentially. With regards to the NPCs, where is Hacksaw in your mind going? You guys have seen him now completely break it down because Faustus is gone. And he even drew attention away from Mama V in a very egotistical, or what I would call an egotistical emotional rant. Cody, I'm going to turn to you first about that. Where does that sit?
From Cody's perspective, for Hacksaw, he views Hacksaw as basically a child in a tank's body.
I mean, you're not wrong.
but still a child. So you have to think about the mind that pilots the meat.
Right.
And when like he showed, I want to say, the most emotion in regards to a sinner dealing with loss, where he just finished basically burying in his own head Dr. Faustus's mentor, the person who taught him everything he knew and took him in outside of his clearly bullied life. And then, once doing that, in honor of that, picking up the mantle that Faustus had with this team that Faustus was working with, his peers, he now has to step up. And as he stepped up, literally after working on somebody, doing the same thing that Faustus did to heal somebody, bring somebody as an anchor to this group, he knows now that they are dead. And so dealing with yet another heavy emotional blow, anything that came out of Hacksaw's mouth from Cody's perspective, absolutely warranted. He needed to do that. It needed to happen because it was a learning process. He's going through his emotions. He's going through how he expresses them throughout these events. And for Cody, it's like seeing someone understand the pains of life, and instead of guiding them, letting them learn themselves.
Oof.
What is happening to Hacksaw from Cody's perspective is Hacksaw is maturing emotionally, and there will be very few things that are as integral to his growth than this moment.
How much of that is actually Cody going through his own growth?
That is the only thing linking him to an emotional connection actually right now.
Wow. Okay. All right. Totally cool. I'm going to turn over to Donald in our chat, longtime Patreon patron and VIP here on the Evandale channel. Donald, thoughts on tonight, questions, comments, and concerns?
Oh, it was hey guys. It was definitely a heavy night. It was definitely emotional, especially for Cody and even everybody else. And yeah, I wasn't expecting Mama V to be out of the picture. And I was just curious. Was this something you guys talked about ahead of time prior to the game, or did this come up naturally within the game?
So, I mentioned this at the end of last session. I mentioned it, not directly, maybe a little less directly, where I really wanted everybody to really understand the genre. Because we were doing all the cool shit that you expect from an action adventure, from a tabletop role play, using our mechanical skills to get through it. But because Powered by Apocalypse is heavy on emotion, and that is something that's role play heavy, big role play heavy, I really wanted to stick it to the idea that the cyberpunk genre doesn't give a fuck about your happiness. It doesn't give a fuck about your happiness.
You're right.
If you love someone in a cyberpunk genre, tough. This is way worse than a Game of Thrones level randomness, where your favorite character dies every episode. No, cyberpunk is ruthless, but it makes the audience very much aware that their connections to the human element of the genre is exactly that, limited. It's
do you remember what you said to me at the end of it?
Not exactly. Exactly. What did I say?
It was something akin to, not everything needs to be nice.
Yep.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You also said you didn't say at first to kill her. Your idea was like, hey, don't be afraid to like kidnap her, hold her ransom or whatever. I don't think you even mentioned killing her. So
if that was oh my god, if that was a directive, I don't recall it, but
I think it's actually cool that you killed her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but like,
yeah,
I didn't kill her.
Well, the story did. No,
But yeah, to add on to it, like it actually goes with the whole even further the cyberpunk genre. Like we had this expectation that something bad was going to happen to Mama V, but it's okay. Like we'll get her back. But no, she's gone, and that happens and tough. And like the power, like your actual power in this world, the only power you wield is within yourself. And if you're not there to protect somebody, then they're gonna die. Like if they don't have your power, and they don't have the power within themselves to stay safe, the city's gonna eat them up. And that sucks. And I actually really love that, because I hate when my characters die or when there's a threat of death. I get really not okay about it, but I'm super okay with cyberpunk.
So
sorry.
No,
No,
no.
go ahead, Dom. I want to hear you, Dom.
I have a couple of thoughts running through my brain, but so I think it was Dietz who mentioned that, or it might have been Andromeda, about them taking the information. Like they took all these, parts out of Mama V. How much of it was part of her personality baked into that, or maybe essentially is she essentially stored somewhere, like her personality and her memories, and what are they doing with it?
Oh,
Fuck. I didn't even think of
fuck.
that.
Oh,
Thanks, Dom.
that's uncomfortable.
Thanks, Dom. Great. Fucking great. Thanks, Dom.
He happened to make it even worse.
Oh God, that is so uncomfortable.
So good
Wow.
though. That's so good though.
Hey, Kevin, you're gonna be the boss of this one.
So I feel as though because there was no there were no heavy cognitive augments that were outside of the common ones that everyone usually gets minus the owned. There's nothing too crazy that would have been able to pick up. It's not going to be a Dr. Faustus situation necessarily.
Right.
Or if any of you are familiar with the game Cyberpunk 2077, the Soul Killer, there's nothing going to be like that level, but Cody has no idea about that. So that's chip engrams. So Cody thinking anything about that may or may not pop up. But that's a goddamn good thing to go to a conclusion about because that's scary because that could be a type of hell that the corporations could put Mama V through, especially if she's sold back to the corporations for trying to get some reparations to live in her retirement.
I can't imagine. Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God. It fucking
Yeah.
hurts me to think that here's this character who just wanted to raise some kids.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, starts getting ill because old age. And then the zeitgeist of the time says, well, we have tech for you, but you can't yet afford it. And then the kid goes out there and goes and gets the shit and puts it. And life is extended only to be horrifically reclaimed. At that point, what the fuck is the purpose? Did Mama V have her consciousness uploaded? I would say no at this point.
Yeah, I doubt it as well.
Yeah.
I think there's a finality that's very appropriate here. It's like the catalyst of the next phase of.
Yeah, exactly. Mama V, to me, anyway, is a catalyst. Exactly what you said. So, with that, then, I have to ask, how fueled, how amped, psyched are the characters now towards no, fuck this. We have a lead on this Dr. Hazer or whoever it is. They were formerly of Prodigy Biotech, and now they are of this Mantle Corp, a cloaked organization that's conducting these kinds of experiments that are also reclaiming certain things. Clearly, they have access to information about personalities. So first, I want to address that. Cody, your address is not listed. And yet they found you.
Mm-hmm.
How? In your mind, how? Or in Cody's mind, how?
From Cody, either through the understanding of something known as heat maps, which is an old school way of finding out where people go. That there may have been some brilliant oaf of a corporation guy like, hey, there's somebody taking stuff. And we had a moment where they were being tracked and then the tracker stopped. But just based off of the movement and the heat maps, it's kind of always goes to the syntax. And there's a couple of people that have gone upstairs in the syntax, but they're not registered to any of the actual register departments up there.
Right.
So maybe it's somewhere above the syntax. I don't know. You can lock on to the devices that give off a normal signal and find them. Like that's the way that happened in my head, at least as Kode.
Okay. Haven, as far
Yeah.
as emotions go, Mama V left a lot behind, and everyone else then had their own responses to this. With everything there, does Haven now move on and just come back to base, which is like, I need to zero myself out? Or does it become a catapult or a catalyst for change and revolution?
I think it's that one. I don't think she's gonna go back to baseline. Certainly not for after Mama V dying, because she knew her too. Not her whole life, but she knew her for a few years. But yeah, I don't think that she's gonna be at a baseline anymore. But I also think that's partly because I'm getting a little bit better. I'm getting a little bit better as a player at roleplay, and also Kevin is like forcing me into it consensually into in the chat. Like he was like, "I'm letting you guys handle this right now," and I was like, "Why?" Because I thought something happened. He's like, "You guys need to amp up your roleplay. I'm gonna help you amp up your RP." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I definitely think it's partly because I'm not gonna go Tasia on here and be
not
super
everyone
mellow.
knows what that means.
Tasia was my first character, and she was very, very mellow and quiet and backseat. So
Okay. Donald tosses something out into Twitch. Dr. Hazer's name sounds like their handle or code name. Their actual name might be something different. Kode and Haven, I'm asking your characters, if that were the case, what's your reaction to this? How do you want to seek the true answers?
Well, that's a clear one for me, since he was once a member of Prodigy Biotech and is now a member of Mantle. Prodigy Biotech specifically would have to understand everything about every one of their employees that they have. And so it's easy to get the information if you get the employee dossier from the Prodigy Biotech,
Oof.
which we have which we have an architect.
Yes, you
dope,
do.
who is dope at finding that shit. So don't worry, we'll get him. That's not even a problem in Cody's head.
Okay, Haven.
I have no notes. That
No, okay, nothing.
Literally, exactly. That's the perfect answer. I was just gonna say, just fucking who cares what the reason is? Just kill him.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
I don't even give a shit what his. He literally killed a treasure, like a national treasure. Like, I do not give a shit what his real name is.
Okay. All right. Totally cool. Donald, since you are still with us, what else do you have, if anything?
I'd be curious why were they using old Archway Industries servers? Like why are they using them? And what is their relation? What is Archway's relation to Prodigy Biotech?
Kevin?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
That is a good question. That's what I was thinking too.
My guess for that was the connection between Cody's dad and the way because my dad was a sinner. Him and his interactions with mom when he went off the grid and he stopped sinning, there was a reason, and that was because the only way to get to mom and to have a happy family and shift over to being basically a honed bum for the time being so that he could have a happy life and get money the official way was his connection to the things that he did were on those very old servers, which were locked, not connected, and most of that information were on all the honed, because that's the only way that they could have any access throughout the city. And so because of him and his connection to my mom and Stop and Sinning, it gave that little bit of information that led to the current one of many current iterations of people who got victimized from that data drop. That's my guess.
Haven?
I was really, really concerned with why. I understand why old servers exist, but the information on the old servers, to me, don't have this kind of information on it. Like, I think in her mind, it's safer to take people, well-meaning people, at their word than it is for them to prove who they are through whatever, like a paper trail. So if somebody were to come to her and say, I want to join this network, then I say, who are you? What do you do? What are you good at? And they say, I'm Jim. I'm good at urban farming or something. Then yeah, I believe that person is Jim and that he's good at urban farming, because I don't want to risk having like names and things on paper. So to me, old server means poor working class person. Why do they have this kind of expensive information like on their shit?
I do want to point out that Archway Industries was not something I created. That was something that the fucking person who just asked that question created. So, Donald, that was you that did that.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it's actually one of the corporations listed on
Oh.
and but Archway Industries deals with robotics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about World Anvil, the Callisto City up there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he is
Awesome.
correct. He is correct. So I just want to point this out. So I make fun of Donald. He's been around for a while, just a wee bit, and this motherfucker can put together any puzzle that I put out there, to the point where I can no longer consider anybody's opinion because of Donald. I just I just create. And if Donald happens to figure it out, well, I'll just start over. So
I love it.
yeah, he's fucking immense. So if you're watching this and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, there's World Anvil /W/Killisyn City, KILOSYN City, and you will come against all the listed corporations and etc. That's what he's referring to. Okay, so why is Archway involved? Because Donald said so.
I love it.
Now, because of that, I have to change my goddamn plans.
I love it so much. It's so good. I think it's awesome that Donald is like the expert of in-game stuff. And
He's
Alex,
better than I am, and I created this fucking universe.
and Alex is the expert of everything out of game. Like, if you
Oh,
need
Christ.
answers in
Fuck
chat,
Alex, too.
Alex will tell you. If you
Alex-
need answers
Alex
in
Vexen can
game-
go get fucked, because there's nothing I can put out there that Alex can't figure out. So
Alex is so good. If anytime I need an answer, she's like, I fucking got you. And then Donald, it's like at the end of an episode, anytime they need I'm confused about something, Donald's like, oh, it's because this, and I'm just
Donald,
like,
you know what?
thank you.
You know what, motherfucker? You right now out there on Discord, Donald, I'm talking to you, and I know your fucking real name, so it's like human to human. I'm gonna tell you this shit right now. I hate that I can't come up with a goddamn plot that you aren't going to figure out. I fucking hate that. And no matter what it is, whether it is unforgivable plugs here, but Monday or Wednesday or Friday, I don't even know if you watch the Monday, the Monday, you watch the Monday Third Age games?
He's been in there, right, Donald?
A couple times, yeah.
Oh, you have? You know what? You know what? Fuck off, because you're already gonna spoil everything. So
No.
anyway, no. A true, sincere. While I talk from my heart on these things, it is okay. I'm gonna tell you all a little bit of a personal story. New York Renaissance Fair. I was an actor there for something like 20 fucking years or something, or some shit like that. A director sitting behind the scenes, and around the fire, a whole bunch of my cast members and whatnot. And I had like 40 of them, but maybe on this night, maybe 12 or so were sitting around. And one of the newcomers, who was like a Donald kind or an Alex kind, or somebody else here that knows all the answers. I'm not going to say thinks they know the answers. No, they actually fucking do. Was sitting off on the sidelines, and I was picking on them because that's what I do. And somebody from across the fire heard that person ask, "I don't think Steve likes me." And the other person was like, "Why do you say that?" Because they're making fun of me. Because he's making fun of me. And the other person was like, "No, you don't get it. I'm listening to all of this." I was quiet the entire time. And the other person was like, "No, you don't get it. The only reason why Steve is picking on you is because he likes you. If he didn't like you, he'd be fucking ignoring you." That Donald and Alex, for like the past, I don't know, 2 years of my life, have known everything that I've laid out before me, is fucking incredible. So if anybody here on Twitch or Discord hears any of their not so nonsensical theories, listen to them. If you like lore, follow them. Don't listen to anything I say, because I will toss your shit for a loop. Alex and Donald are fucking king and queen of this crap. So both of y'all.
I can tell you, when there used to we talked about like caching in tokens for the players, since we can't use it any other way. We talked about it for a while, and one of the things I was going to suggest, especially for this, was calling a contact. And I would have loved to be like, yeah, there's this hacker I know. There's this hacker I know by the name of whatever Dom or Alex gave. And I it's a friend I met at the Syntax. They might know what's going on. I'll upload my info and have them like legitimately help the character. That's what I wanted for points. I mean, but that's turned down.
Such a good idea. They should have their own channel redemption.
Seriously, Matt, you can though. And I have to remind you guys this. So, if you want to introduce a new NPC, you can. That's actually part of it. If let's say a man on the street comes out, has an opinion about something, you can then turn around and say, "I know that person. Here's how I know them. And here's their value to what's going on." Donald and Alex, and quite frankly, while I mentioned those two names multiple times, and not without warrant, anyone here that has an opinion, we currently have, I don't know, fucking 10, 12 people watching. Any of you have the ability to chime in the chat, and then the PCs at any particular point can then say, "Hey, you know what? I know that person." So type something out. They will then respond. So having said all that, yeah, you can fucking call in Donald as a goddamn. Do you want to be a millionaire lifeline?
That's dangerous, Steve. Not only have you made a Hound who has a little taste of empath, but now is focusing on being honor bound. You now have given me the power of starting a resistance with Erin and the crew, with the option of calling someone that I met at the Syntax, hosted by the mind of Dom and Alex. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
But there's no reason why you shouldn't. I mean, realistically, this world is filled with the opinions and observations of people who are not you. And if you watch the chat, mind you, behind the scenes, I constantly tell the players, stay out of the chat. Don't interact. And the reason for that is I really want you to like have an active listening thing going on with everyone else, so that if someone comes out there, like Erin says something, then you, Kevin, will then go, and like a true active listening. And then the chat comes out with something that is better than anything any of us have come out with. And then I'm still like, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. And you guys come out there and go, no, welcome, come on in. Here, bring your picnic baskets. And I fucking love it. At the end of the day, I fucking love it. So, yeah, Donald and everyone else out there in chat, please do. Alex, every now and then, tosses in an NPC's words. Donald does the same. If all of you do it, I have to. I don't know what I'll do, but if some of you do it, then I might be able to do something with it. So I encourage you all to I don't know, become a part of the world in your own special way, which is fucking amazing, and we feed off of that. So please do. All right, it's getting a little bit late. We are going to raid someone. I don't know who.
We could raid Eric.
We can raid Eric. Oh yeah, Eric is so Eric Malave played Anon on this series, and he's now promoting his own stream. So we're gonna go invade him. So this is Grand Theft Auto 5. If you happen to enjoy that, awesome. If you happen to enjoy role play on such servers, even better. Eric is a master at roleplay and improv. I highly recommend that you guys go check him out. Follow him. We are going to send you to him now. First, I do want to acknowledge Lich's existence. The Liching Hour, if I may. Let me give a shout out right.
Do you want me to... Are you good to type?
No, not really. I'm drunk as fuck. So
I know.
I'm slurring all over the place. Oh, fuck off. All right.
You love me.
I do. Well,
You're
maybe.
teasing me.
So,
It means
okay,
you
sure.
like me.
Sure, fine. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Kevin, I love you, buddy.
You're great. I love you too.
That's the right answer, my friend. Anyway, I'll see.
Jesus
Christ.
Oh
my god. This stream is absolutely unhinged. Send us to Eric's channel, please.
All right, guys. Alex asked you a question.
Oh, Erin, you got a question.
Oh, you like that? Oh, yes. I was about to plug. Alex started doing the characters for the Hero Forge, and they're really good in the Discord. They're really, really good.
Everybody who's on here, jump on the Discord right now and join.
Seriously, discord.gg/Evandale. You did Hacksaw as well?
Yeah, They're really cute. They're really fucking cute.
Fuck. All right, I'll go check it out. We're going to send you guys over to Eric. Deliver somber hellos.
What? Somber? Okay.
I don't know. Well,
thanks everybody for joining our stream.
Thanks, y'all.
Make sure you follow us on Twitch and Twitter and all the spicy OnlyFans. We all got our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
What?
Oh, just kidding. We don't have OnlyFans, and it's great. So follow Kevin at LARPGenie, LARPGENIE. Follow me at Erin My Laundry, ERINMYLAUNDRY. Don't even follow Steve at Steve Kraus VO.
1S, no E.
1S, no E. Steve Kraus. Oh, for Kraus, yeah. STEVEKRAUSVO. And stay adorkable. And Remember, if you received a duplicate gift from the charity corner, make sure you gift it to your fellow Neopian, and stay hydrated. And I think I got everything. Jesus Christ! Save the whales. What else?
Bye.
Bye.
Follow everything, Largini.
Okay, bye.
We're done. My God, that was